Yo, I'm here. I forgot to test to see if V-Bridge are connected, but it should be good. Music just stopped. Okay. Now it's back. There would be some form of scuff. 3-foot cat girl messing around with game overlays. No, I'm not. Hi, Turkey. Of course, as soon as I was about to start up, Dawn knocks over the towel that's in. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Yeah, I know, Shortcake. You'll be fed in a moment. I know. Dawn knocks over the towel that's in the kitchen. Lots of power in a small package. I'm on phone for about 4 years now. Sometimes it hurts a lot. Yeah, that checks out. That sounds about right. Honestly, I'm surprised it even sends over half the people because I just feel like it's so borked half the time. Shortcake kiss duet. Donegan strikes again. Shortcake's been great. Shortcake's actually, we were talking yesterday how because we close off the bedroom at night so the cats don't jump on me in the middle of the night or, jump on Tetra in the middle of the night because it's not a good time. Shortcake's the only one that would probably just sleep near us and just mind her own business. She's and we literally were joking how, if you told us, a year ago that Shortcake would be the most behaved cat, we'd be like, that's no. But she's, the most calm. At nighttime, anyway, at nighttime. Dawn knocked over oh no, towel, thank God. Yeah, no. I had a panic attack before because I thought I heard her, pawing at the television screen in the room. And it was just her attacking the kitty litter thing, and I was like, whew. Am I supposed to keep track of super chats and members? I didn't ask beforehand. If you can, Rom. If not, I'll figure it out on my own. It should tell me afterwards, but if you can, yeah, that'd be poggies. Damn, you scared me. Ah, she's growing up. Yeah, it's. I'm gonna be afraid if she's actually a big cat because she's gonna get up to everywhere, and then she will eventually be able to knock over the television. Shortcake is sweet baby. Dawn is a burnt toast full of energy and shenanigans. Yeah, I can't believe Shortcake took on the role of calm older sister, and now Dawn is wee. Can send to play hard, but the sleep of the dead once the batteries run out. Oh yeah, 100%. Dawn's the type of kitten where you can pick her up and kind of just pet her toe beans and her head and her nose, and she would still be sleeping. Once she is out, she is out. I have this little string toy that I play with her, and if I play with her with that for 30 minutes, she's out for the next 4 hours. And I'm like, Dawn, are you okay? Dawn, are you okay? And she's she's out. Godspeed, Rom. Don't track that for Tetra. Yeah, sorry. As long as it's not too inconvenient, Rom. If it's too much, just let me know. Wait, Dawn is the Maine Coon? We think she's Maine Coon, yeah. She was a rescue, so we're not exactly sure, but they think she's Maine Coon. She has, the fluffy Maine Coon tail. She has the sharp teeth. She has, the hair in the ears. That's, a common trait, so we think so, but she also hasn't really grown in the past 2 weeks, so I don't know. Unless she just slowed down a lot for some reason. She got a spurt, and then she's nah, I'm gonna relax. We haven't paid attention to any of the YouTube stuff for Tetra. Oh my gosh. You would happen to know the game of space engineers I've known to play the game with? No idea. Nope. String toys, best low cost cat toys for sure. Oh yeah, if I have leftover yarn, I also do that. But yarn can be dangerous to them, so I have to monitor with it. But we have this, we have these 2 strings that we had. It's just literally a thin cloth on a stick. And when we first got her, it was one of the toys she was playing with, and we're like, oh, we need to get her one of these. And she loves it. She loves it so much. Shortcake knows there has to be balance in the universe. Having 2 chaos gremlins is too much, and Dawn, by the nature of being a younger sibling, gets that title by default. She's if so, yeah, she's gonna be big. We're hoping she's gonna be a big kitten, but she's still tiny right now. She's 4 months, and she's gotta be a little over 4 pounds now, but she's still baby. But she has big paws and everything too. Tetra also brings herself when she sets up the 2-tier chats aside. True. It's true. I hope Pen has been tracking all of them on her own without telling Wisdom why, then I would feel bad. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I wouldn't worry. We'll have a really lazy dog. So Maine Coon, the big Swedish ones that Freya likes in Norse mythology. I didn't even know it went back that far. Maine Coons are big, but I know there's a cat breed that's even bigger, but I keep forgetting the name. I feel bad too, especially because we contribute to it. Goofers. Had a cat years ago that would literally drag the string toy over for me to play with her. See, Dawn tries to take the string toy and bring it into like this little like tunnel thing that she has. And I don't want to like accidentally like hurt her or something because she like brings it over and like it goes across her neck. So I'm always afraid it's going to hurt her. So I usually just let go of it. But she does try and run away with it. And when that's the case, I have to like chase after her and then wait for her to drop it and then pick it up again. Think it's American? I have no idea. Maine Coons get big. My aunt has one that's larger than her dog. Thankfully, it's an absolute sweetheart. Yeah, Maine Coons are, I've heard, are just really, really nice and really sweet. So she's a goober, high of energy, but she's the sweetest little baby. She has scratched me a few times, but that's on me because I was playing with her. So I don't think she would do it just to hurt me. Although when you pass by her tunnel and if you catch her, she does try and attack you, but she just wants to play. She's just baby. Yeah, Norwegian forest cats are the ones you're thinking of. Yeah, those cats are huge. She's not one of those. Maine Coons, Ragdolls, and Norwegian forest cats are the big ones. Ragdolls are big too? I didn't know that. So I like all the big cats. Go figure. Maine Coons are the biggest. Oh, see, let's see right now. Let's see. Biggest types of household pets, cats. Norwegian forest cat, Maine Coon, Ragdoll. I didn't know about Ragdolls. Savannahs are big. Siberian, Turkish van, British short hairs are big. The biggest types of household cats are the Maine Coon. Huh. Yeah, wow, Maine Coon's #1. I thought the Norwegian forest cats were bigger than them. So the Maine Coon can anywhere from like 8 to 18 pounds, this says. And the Norwegian forest cat is anywhere from 12 to 16 pounds. Cool. I didn't know Maine Coons were the biggest. I thought the Norwegian forest cats were. Small cat has all the big cats. Well, I mean, Shortcake's flamboyant Siamese. She's not on this one. She's not. I am scratching my dog sometimes during the play. Yeah, I mean, they're just playing. They don't realize. Married to a lion. Surprised she likes big cats. Wow. Wow, wisdom. Wow. British Shorthairs can get chonky. See, they're cute. Maine Coon is the largest pure breed. Oh, the largest pure breed. Interesting. Yeah, no, this chart just straight up says Maine Coon's #1. I have heard that Maine Coons can reach up to 20 pounds, though. This one says 8 to 18, but I'm assuming the chunkier ones are 20 pounds. I just hear Dawn in the background. Okay, yeah, okay. So some big cat breeds weigh up to 25 pounds. More than double the size of the average house cat. So they can get pretty big. I've heard of Bengals too, but they're more like muscular, I feel like I've heard. There's always outliers with any animal breeds, yeah. Savannahs, wait. Oh, Savannahs and Bengals are the ones I always think are like cheetah-like. Now imagine what an overfed Maine Coon looks like. It was gonna be one chonky baby. I've seen pictures of like, oh, this is my kitten when they were little, and then they show like an adult size and it's literally like bigger than their entire upper body, and I'm like, that's crazy work. Bengals are muscular, jumpy, and uber smart. Yeah, Tetra wanted one at one point, and I'm like, I don't have the energy for a Bengal or a Savannah cat. I can't do it. What? Bengal, sorry. I didn't realize that ragdolls were such big cats. I didn't know that. They don't reach their full size or wait until age 4. Huh. Oh, the American bobtail, so cute. British Shorthairs and the Turkish van. The Turkish van cats love water? Hello? Well, that's great. Yeah, see, the thing, I'm not a high energy person, so like getting a high energy cat would tire me out so much. There are different charts show different numbers. Maine Coons are the biggest, but Norwegian and Ragdolls get up there too. Savannah are tall and lanky. Yeah, I was gonna say they're more muscular and definitely more like high energy. Like, I love Dawn. I do. She's a very good baby, but I don't think she's a very smart cat. She's very curious, very adventurous, but I don't think she's a very smart cat sometimes. Shortcake is a dastardly smart cat. She is very smart. She knows if I meow and stare at humans, I will get food, even if it is not food time. So she's smart, and she's done things where I'm like, how did you figure that out? You're just a silly cat, and she's figured it out. She's a smart baby, whereas Dawn is just, yeah. Dumb and curious is a scary combo. Dawn is the definition of curiosity got the cat. I think the other one is American Woodcats. I don't think I've heard of American Woodcats either. Well, welcome to Scuff Area, Smart. Welcome in. Let's go. Enjoy all the emotes now. Curiosity and cats. Yeah, what's the full phrase? Curiosity got the cat, but satisfaction brought it back? Something like that. Head empty. I always, okay. Tetra says it's not right, but I think Dawn has a singular brain cell. I don't think she thinks things through. She's like, oh, play. And it could be because she's still just a baby. She is just a baby. Quite friendly, low energy now. I mean, Dawn's a baby, so she's very very sweet and very friendly. But she does have quite a bit of energy. She does still sleep a lot, but she's my little dumb baby, and I love her. Yeah, sure, Kate. I know. Find you on the last of your channels. What the hell, Mart? I appreciate it. I hope you liked emotes and your little milk carton. We get little milk cartons over here. Best way I've heard describes that cats are addicted to cause and effect. Oh no. But do they understand the consequences of their actions? I don't think so. Ragdolls are dog software on cat hardware. My aunt is the same one with the Maine Coon. She has one. She follows her around the house, like goes on walks, pants like a dog, and does tricks. Oh, Dawn literally wags her tail, and is the cutest thing in the world. It is the cutest thing, because she'll just be like happy and like playing with something, and then her tail's like wagging back and forth. Even when you pet her, her tail wags back and forth. It's so cute. So I think Maine Coons are a partial dog software as well. Cats specifically meow to communicate with humans, and their meows specifically elicit similar reactions out of humans as human baby noises. I mean, if Shortcake had her meow, you would hear her all the time. She's very loud. When Dawn grows up, she'll have 2 brain cells, maybe. I'm hoping she thinks, she like thinks things through a little bit more. I know it sounds terrible, but I really hope she does. Cause like Shortcake's smart, Magnus minds his own business, but like Shortcake, yeah, I know. We did call the vet, they haven't gotten back to us yet. So I'm really hoping it's just they can give her something. The tough part with Shortcake is because we think she's partially like a wobbly cat, she doesn't like to be held for very long. Hello, welcome in, Doble. So it's very hard to give her medication because she freaks out. Like, she never really liked being held up at, like, besides the first day we got her. She does not like being held. So, and her front legs do, like, shake a little bit. So, I'm not sure if that's the reason why, and she just can't, like, grasp everything. They said she's fine, because it's just her legs. It doesn't impact her, but I'm always worried that, to give her medicine because she's not the friendliest. She will literally rip you apart to get down, and then she'll be meowing and purring. So it's like, it's really weird. Adult cats in the wild do not meow. They know it gets a reaction from humans, so they do it to get our attention. Cats are professional emotional manipulators. That's why the cat chooses you. You don't choose the cat chooses you. It's interesting how domesticated cats have evolved to use their voice to activate humans' take care of baby instincts. They're like, me. Can you sneak the meds in the food? No, she's too smart. We've tried. I've literally crushed her pills inside one of her favorite treats, which is like the liquid form treats. And she took one bite, made a face, and then walked away, and then wouldn't even look at me for the next like hour. She was like, you bamboozled me, human, and I don't like this. So like, she literally she wouldn't even trust me. Even when I gave her a normal one, I was like, I'm sorry, Shortcake, I'll just give you a normal one. She just didn't want it. So I can't sneak it in there, unfortunately, because she just will not eat it. She's too smart. She's way too smart. I used to watch Casual Geographic about cats. He exposed the tricks cats use to love them. Funny you mentioned that today, because I have that on the queue. I have 4 videos because Huh?
She's going for this TV.
Oh, I had to put her down before when you were live streaming. Because she was gonna, but she put her claws in the thing, so it almost knocked everything over, and I was like,
yeah, see, she can't get the other TV, now she wants to destroy this one.
Well, this one, thankfully, is secure.
You say that.
No, it's secure.
You say that. I'm gonna feed you.
Dawn's trying to get the other television now. She's like, I can't get the other one. Are you not streaming on Twitch today? No, I do YouTube and Twitch separately. So, Twitch is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And YouTube is usually Wednesday, Fridays. Next week it's gonna be a little funky because I'm not gonna be on YouTube this Friday because I'm making cookies with my dad. I'm making Christmas cookies. So, I might do Monday on YouTube this week and then do Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week, but then I'll go back to Twitch on Mondays. How could you betray me like this, human? Yeah. My dog is also a rescue dog and is really fearful dog and lived with a cat and my mother and I think he can purr. Aww. See, I was telling a story of how I had dogs before because I grew up with a lot of dogs as well. And I had my favorite dog was a Rottweiler. She was a sweetheart. Today he's so chill. Yeah, sometimes they just pick what they want to do. Like that horse lady on the clock app who wants a totally normal carrot with no Benadryl. What? What, Edom? Have you tried saying rough twice in a row, chat? It's really hard. What, Victoria? What? Huh? What's happening? Is that a meme? I don't understand. Like giving one of my dogs medicine and cheese. My guy bites the cheese in a circle around the medicine and leaves the rest. Yeah, that's literally shortcake behavior. Literally shortcake behavior. She's too smart. Secure when talking about cats, that's a challenge. Rise are such adorable meatheads. Yeah, she used to literally, she used to growl and bark, be like, whenever someone came by, and the second you pet her head, she was like a goofy little baby, and she'd be like, ooh, ooh, and a little stubby tail would wag. It was so cute. I miss her so much. Sorry, is it like a meme thing that I don't get? I don't... Oh, is it because, because it sounds like a dog bark? I was like, I don't get it. I'm repeating in my head and I'm like, but I kept saying like, oh, that's rough. That's rough. And I'm like, I don't get it. Yes, okay. I was like, why would you say that's rough? Like, that's rough, buddy. And I'm like, yeah. Rough sounds like a dog barking. Oh my god, my brain isn't loading today. I'm glad I did it in my head and I was like, what? And then I'm like, why are you complimenting them? Hello? I was like, huh? I was gonna be like, you good, Victoria? Hello? Okay, so I have 4 videos that I have for today. Girlfriend made Christmas cookies with their family last weekend and I have to keep myself from eating too much. Yeah, and I promised my dad last year, I kept trying to tell this story too. So the first year we made cookies, like we went to go make cookies again with my dad, Tetra only got like 1 to 2 cookies and I was like, they're mine. And then the year after that, I made sure she got a few more, and then the year after that, she got her own pound or half pound of cookies. So every year, my dad always reminds me, like, make sure Tetra gets her cookies, and I'm like, okay, I promise, Dad, I promise. I'm so excited for it. The only 2 breeds I love more than Rotties are German Shepherds and Pit Bulls. I've had both and I miss them. They're amazing dogs, even with their health issues. My pity had epilepsy. Aww. I had, it's gonna be really funny. So I really love Rottweilers. German Shepherds are fine. I wouldn't say I have a problem with them. I've never had a Pit Bull, but my other favorite dog is Pomeranians. So it's like completely whiplash. I'm just glad no one could hear you. Rom fell for it, Lamau. I mean, good on you for not just randomly trying out loud. Twitch has prepared me because there has been some sus usernames that people say out loud. So I usually try and think before I say things. Some animals are incredibly smart even though they seem dumb or act dumb. I mean, Dawn is smart to an extent, but I still think she has singular brain cell. Yapkai, hi Maple. Had a rabbit that always escaped when the pen was left open, but I would just calmly sit in the grass and come up to you and get put back and see if he'd only get food in the pen. Aww, that's cute. The year cookie tax? Yeah. It's always like, because the first year we made it, I was like, yeah, Tetra got some cookies. And then my dad was like, how many cookies? And I was like, yeah, like 2. And then he yelled at me. He's like, Yara, you have to share. But now we make enough where we each get, we each get our own. Grew up with a massive golden. I miss that big dope. Aw, yeah, my grandfather had a golden retriever, also a sweetheart. Pity has anxiety. She doesn't like when any inanimate objects move and is afraid of doors. Oh, baby. I would be scared too. Sus on the internet in 2025? No, I don't think so. Crimbus cookie tax is real. Yeah, the funny part is, I think even last year I just got some Christmas cookies. They're a bit dry, in my opinion, the ones that we make, but I really, really like them. And it's amazing with like a cup of coffee or tea. Like, it's perfect. I could eat them plain. But I do, because the one complaint I get with the cookies, they're a little dry, and I'm like, it's fine. No, I've always made them this way. I'm not changing it now. Do not fear the animal that seems smart. Fear the one who acts dumb on purpose. So you say I should be afraid of Dawn? The night and day difference. One is a bloodthirsty maniac, and the other's a Rottweiler. Oh no. Grew up with an Australian Shepherd man, Miss Bonnie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I grew up with a lot of dogs, but cats are just easier to take care of, so I made sure I said chat. Didn't want Nero to do it. Thanks, Victoria. Hi, Matthias. Christmas cookies tax. I paid taxes to you. Gasp. Oh my gosh, Ron actually paid taxes. The TV sure should have been. Dawn is such a menace to society. I can't. She's dumb baby energy, but she is a menace to society. Oh boy. All right. Well, we have a lot of videos to watch today, so we could start a bit early. We have 2 Casual Geographic, which I don't know if I want to watch back to back or not. Then we have more paramedic stories, and we have more Parz. So I have 4 videos because I'm not going to be on Friday. Tetra will still be on Friday, but will be slightly later because we have an appointment. And then pretty much after she's done, I'm going to go make cookies. So at least you guys will get pictures of me making cookies. And you'll be like, Yura, what the heck is that? And I'm like, cookies. If I remember to take pictures. Usually I forget. That, and then I have to wash my hands again, so. How does Spitz, I think is the English name for it. Spitz. Pomeranians are derived from them. It was such a cutie. My father's one now as well. I've never heard of Spitz, but I've never heard something from a Pomeranian, so I might not know it. You know the reason we have huge trucks is because of chicken tax from the 1960s, and they haven't changed it. Thus, huge trucks and SUVs to get around. Wait, to carry chickens? What? Tax evasion? No. You pay your taxes or the IRS man will get you. Will every B-day I pay cake taxes? That's true. In the grim dark of Dawn's mind, there's only war. Sometimes when, you know, what was it from? Oh my god, now I can't remember. There's like a cartoon clip and the eyes get like really, really wide and you just see like the flashbacks of something in their eyes. That's literally Dawn. That's literally Dawn. Because sometimes she'll just stare at you for like 5 to 10 minutes straight and you're like, Dawn, hello. And then she's like, and then she goes to play again. How many types of cookies you do? We only do one type of cookie. It's, I don't really know. It's similar to other cookies that I've had, but we call them cream cheese cookies because the main ingredient in the dough is cream cheese. But it's similar to, I forgot what it's called. There's something I looked up and it's really similar to it, but it's a really simple type of cookie and my family's made it for like years, so. TV still alive is a good sign too. Yeah, I made it past 24 hours. It's actually crazy work. Can I pay for them cookies? I haven't paid for shipping? No. No, I'm not shipping out cookies. Not to import foreign trucks and SUVs. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, huh? Dawn's crimes are forgiven because she's a dumb little critter that can't read the law. Yeah, she's really cute. So I hope she doesn't break anything anymore, but knowing her, she probably will. Companies made trucks and SUVs bigger to get around it. Oh, Dawn remembers the war. She does. She literally does. Chicken tax was a tariff war between the US and Europe. The biggest victim were the small imported trucks from Japan and Europe that were made economically unviable because of the high tariffs. Oof. Sounds good. Can you share a recipe for a goal? No, I'm not sharing my family recipe. That would be a crime. I mean, I could tell you all the ingredients in it. You just have to figure it out on your own. You can kind of see it when I make it though. But it's a secret family recipe. Secret. Held down in all the C family traditions. Okay, now to say this, I'm sorry if it causes psychic damage. You're in Finland's tradition to eat Christmas cookies with blue cheese? With blue cheese? What kind of cookies? Like just sugar cookies? I can't even eat blue cheese. I would be so sad. You haven't paid to- The IRS man's gonna get you, Strider. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What? Which sucks because Japanese trucks are awesome. I mean, I'm not a big car person, but as long as car go beep beep vroom vroom, get me from point A to point B, I'm pretty good. Along with the chicken tax, there were CAFE standards of emission and fuel economy, which heavily favor large vehicles, hence all the manufacturers make big trucks and SUVs less strict regulations. Huh. The more you know, I suppose. The more you know. Christmas cookies are a specific type of cookie in Finland, at least. Well, so what type of cookie is it? Because there's tons of Christmas cookies. Because, like, the one I make is just based on our family, and the only time they make it around Christmas is because... Actually, I don't know why it's around Christmas time. Maybe because we just have more time, because people take off for the holidays. And it takes at least 2 days to make, because I know you have to freeze the dough. Made with ginger and cinnamon. Oh, like a gingerbread. Man, I don't know how to make gingerbread cookies. I don't know if I'd really enjoy gingerbread cookies, though. And all those regulations are going away. Uh-oh. Yeah, we only make the one. I used to make sugar cookies just throughout the year because I like cookies. Actually, yes, yeah. Now that you think about it, gingerbread cookies make sense. I always think sugar cookies for some reason. But I think because like a lot of people decorate them with like the tons of icing on top, so. We have a secret cinnamon chicken recipe at your house that is to die for. My family bugs me all the time to make. I have my grandmother's crumb cake recipe somewhere, and I want it so bad because I know it's gonna be an absolute banger because I grew up with it, but we just haven't had the chance to make it. Part that really sucks is that with the massive rise of popularity of big trucks and SUVs, mortality rates on roads, especially pedestrian mortality, started shooting up in recent years. Yikes. We usually have tons of cookies for Christmas and tons of food involved, blue cheese, but never match them in check. Ooh. See, I've never heard of blue cheese with cookies. I'd be curious to try it when I can, but I've never heard of blue cheese and cookies. I'm kind of curious how it would taste because it's kind of like the salty sweet combo. Like I like having like French fries and milkshakes and stuff. So I feel like it would be kind of good. I feel like it would be kind of posting a picture and just chatting. Okay. Speculatus. I love speculatus. Okay, waiting. Okay, waiting. Did it post yet? Okay, wait. Okay, I saw Rob's message. Christmas cookies and blue cheese. Yeah, I've never seen that in my life. I would try it though. What's that stuff on top? Is that like jam or jelly? I'm surprised no one's ever said that before. Gingerbread is just great for Christmas. Oh, that was for after stream. I'm sorry, I was checking, just chatting, and it said there was a new thing there. It said there was a new thing there. But I would want to try it. I don't think I'm gonna go tell my dad about it now and be like, did you know that they put blue cheese and some kind of jam on top for Christmas cookies? And he's gonna look at me and be like, you're a what? I was supposed to believe Finland is real with stuff like this. At least you've never been forced to eat the evil that is pineapple cookies. What's wrong with pineapple cookies? Pineapple cookies sound like they'd be good. No? It's fig jam, if I'm correct. I know fig jam and cheese is actual banger, so... Like, you put that on, like, just like a plain cracker, and that's delicious, so... I mean, I don't know how it tastes with a cookie, but... Jam and cheese is a 10 out of 10 flavored. Can't change my mind. Can't change it. That with a glass of wine? Oh, dunzo. Cooked. I could eat that every day. I mean, pineapple cookies sound less cursed than pineapple pizza. True. In my opinion, true. No bash to those that like pineapple pizza, just not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea, you know what I mean? Oh, I was looking around to see if the cats were there and I forgot they were eating. Alright, so let's get started for the day. Let me put on the desktop background. Chocolate chip cookies and ketchup. Who would do that? Who would ruin chocolate chip cookies like that? Hello? Hello? It would be odd if a pizza's a cup of tea, though. Well, remember that guy who said they dipped pizza in water? Pineapple, does that belong on pizza? Some people like it. I don't think it does. I don't like the flavors. I tried it once. No, not good. But, hello, I'm doing good. How about you? Served with V8 and a Diet Coke mixed. Yeah, that's gonna be a pass for me. That's a pass from me. Okay, let me, it's for kids. What are they feeding kids these days? What the ham? All right, boom. Okay, I unmuted the desktop audio. Put this in full screen. Video. Hold, wait. This is the really, really cursed one, I'm pretty sure. The good, bad, and disrespectful ways animals protect themselves. So, I've heard this one is kind of a doozy. I think the audio should be good. Yeah, audio's still good. This is from Casual Geographic. We have 2 Casual Geographics today. This is just the first one. But I feel like Tetra have seen this one. So, Morbius whale. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm ready. I'm ready. And when I say I'm ready, I mean I'm not ready.
Video may disgust you. The following video may offend you. The following video was sponsored by NordVPN.
Yo, let's go.
That guy deserves an award. A Darwin Award. You remember
I was gonna say I'd be stun-locked. I would exactly be like that guy and be like, what's happening?
that video I made on animals that got absolutely screwed by nature? Well, if I would have known just how bad this guy has it, not that guy, him, I definitely would have RSVP'd a spot for it. That is a dwarf sperm whale. If you've never heard of them before, there's a pretty good and slightly depressing reason. This pint-sized porpoise typically measures at 7 to 9 feet long, can weigh in at 600 pounds. And while that would make him a tank as a human, for an animal with whale in its name, it's pretty travel size. And that's what makes it the light work of the ocean. The thing is, being plus size works for whales since they're too massive for anything to be a legitimate threat to them. Anything that isn't a malicious equality dolphin. And being small for a whale makes you the perfect candidate to be an orca's source of protein. Dwarf sperm whales also regularly get meal prepped by great white sharks, and can even get griefed by a bold enough fur seal. With the
What? So they just get bullied? Small like you're noted? That's messed up. It's the god of whales. How dare you, first of all. I feel so bad for this little guy already. What the? He's just a little guy.
ocean being the gauntlet of disrespect it so often is, it almost makes sense when dwarf sperm whales beach themselves. That and the fact that with its sonar not working in shallow water, the whale basically goes blind and as a result panics. So much so that they often factory reset themselves to heart failure. And this kind of thing happens a lot more than you'd expect. To the point where most of what we know about this dwarf whale comes from the individuals that beach themselves. And obviously nature felt bad for this eternally screwed cetacean since nature gave it a secret weapon. Dwarf sperm whales are equipped with a sac near its anus filled with reddish brown fluid that I've been told looks a lot like chocolate syrup. So far no one's been brave enough to see if it tastes as good.
So I thought he was getting mauled alive. That was just him pooping? What?
When this pressed porpoise feels threatened, it'll release its Hershey-flavored contingency plan the same way a squid might do with ink. The idea being to confuse a predator long enough to escape to get put on a shirt another day. What looks like a blue whale's time of the month is actually a dwarf whale matrix ducking death. Although admittedly it doesn't take you very far if you proceed to skull check a rock in the process. In a world where death can be waiting at every corner, animals had to get creative to live long enough to make more of themselves.
Now I understand the Morbius reference. Poopy pants again, poopy pants again. Oh yeah, these poor things getting attacked by things that are even, smaller than them for every type of meal across the ocean, but don't worry, they have protective measures in place. They just poop all over the place. There's poop on the walls, there's poops on the rocks. They're not smart whales. Not the cursed chocolate syrup. I can't. I love how he describes it too. He's like, did he say the forbidden chocolate syrup? Forbidden pizza topping. Nestle sweet. Pretty poopy situation to be in. Yeah, no, because why would they want to defend themselves? They could just poop all over the place. Okay.
You can be a turtle and carry your personal panic room on your back. You can equip yourself with spines and quills to make sure if you go down, you don't go down alone. And if you're a predator, staying camouflage can ensure your victims never see you coming. Did you see him? I hope so, because he sees you. Being able to go real life incognito is important in the wild, but just as important on the internet with your precious data. Which is why NordVPN creates an encrypted tunnel for data and protects your identity
that was
by hiding
sneaky.
your
I
IP
didn't even see the
address.
cat in the
Hiding my IP
mountain
address
either.
is exactly what
Heck
I needed,
yeah.
considering what I had to do to my
Pooping
search
all over the
history
place
for
would be a
certain
good
parts of the
defensive
video.
mechanism for
You'll know
people
when you see
too.
it.
Actual
NordVPN
crazy
allows you to
word.
connect to one of thousands of different servers and up to 60
Oh
different
my
countries.
goodness.
For
Add
example,
time?
if you
Yeah,
wanted to
add
watch
time.
SpongeBob, you know, before it became televised ADHD, if you can't watch it in your country, just know Australia and Netflix got you. Also, Nord servers are super fast, so you never have to feel like you're choosing security over speed. And with NordVPN's threat
You
protection,
could be
you can be
safe
safe
from
ads,
the poop
trackers,
whale.
and malware. So to protect your data,
NordVPN.
get the most out of your streaming service, and to make sure I get paid, go to nordvpn.com/casualgeographic to
There you
cop a
go.
huge discount for a limited time. And with
limited
NordVPN's
time,
money-back
sad.
guarantee, it's basically risk-free. Unfortunately, risk-free is something that applies to zero aspect of this
Trying
world's
to
way
stay
of life.
monetized.
And when you play the game of life on veteran difficulty just by playing it in the ocean, you have no choice but to get creative. Just ask the hagfish, one of the most vile.
Oh no. Oh, hagfish. I heard briefly about this. I don't like these things already. You'd be so wait. Hold on. Honestly, pooping all over the place would be a good defense mechanism for people too. Yes, I feel like it would, but I feel like it would also make a lot of more people angry. Poop let escape technique. Well, if they actually got away, it's great. But he was saying before that they don't have sonar. Like they panic in shallower waters, so they'd just be cooked. And it seemed like all of them were really close to like land, so the Hagussi, oh no, don't bully me. Oh no, Alan. The Sineshi fish? Yeah, I've heard some wonderful things about this. Have you ever gotten out of the pub at 3 a.m. in the middle of the city? I've seen plenty of people doing the feces defensive tactic. No, I usually am not out of the pub at 3 a.m. No, VPN, become a member of the COD cult. No, I mean, I do have an emote addiction. It's fine. I just like the funky little pictures. Poop, smokescreen, no jutsu. I mean, it's one way to defend yourself. It's one way. Ooh, I can't wait to hear about this wonderful fish. I heard so many wonderful things about it.
Things in the sea. The hagfish diet consists of all the things society would normally bury or flush down the toilet. And that can involve burrowing itself into a rotting and possibly diseased corpse and eating its way out. Anything with a meal plan like that probably isn't something you should think about eating yourself. Unfortunately, most fish don't have a thought process, which is why when stressed and pressed, the hagfish will produce a bucket's worth of slime as self-defense. The end game to trying a hagfish is the very real possibility of suffocating as the slime clogs the gills, and the fish that thought it scored easy calories now chokes to a flatline. In 2017, a truck carrying hagfish crashed, and the hags horked enough slime to turn the highway into final destination. It's like a Mario Kart item that just slipped past the sensors. Pun intended. And for those of you questioning what a gang of goo guppies was even doing on a truck, well, apparently the hagfish is a delicacy in some places. He's a stronger person than me, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was literally going to ask that question, and he just answered it. I was going to say, why would you want to transport them anyway? But that's... Imagine being the person transporting it, and then that happening, and just being confused. Just being confused. I usually go away from people that smell like poop, though. Okay, that's fair. So that's what losing buckets mean. Yeah, it means you spill all your hagfish all over the place. Oops, dropped my hagfish. My bad. Oh, my bad, chat. Sorry, they're just spilled all over the place. No, this is the forbidden pizza topping. You would just, like, suffocate on the slime. This, bleh, bleh. The vulture of the ocean and people still eat it. I could yeah, these guys are brave. He said it correct. I could never. I don't know. I'm a huge texture person. I can't do that. Slime, nope. Nope. Humans are the kind of people to look at the nut eel and go, wonder what it tastes like. Some people are braver than others. I'm just gonna say. They eat, like, some other people eat raw, like, octopus, too? I couldn't do that. I couldn't, suffocating on slime. I mean, it's some people's idea of a good time. I mean, not to shame them, but oof. But does it taste like chicken, though? Maybe he'll tell us. Let's see.
Don't bother asking why. No answer satisfying enough. People also eat cucumbers. And I don't just mean the underage pickle. I'm talking about the sea cucumber. The sea cucumber is an echinoderm related to starfish and sea urchins, but it looks like it identifies as something you'd wipe off the bottom of your shoe. And ironically, that's exactly the kind of stuff they eat. This bottom feeder inhales everything from the dead, diseased, and decaying to the stuff that's already passed through another animal's system. Yeah, bottom feeder. That's a double meaning for you. And like the hagfish, the sea cucumber has some of the weirdest forms of self-defense you'll ever see. Exhibit A, anal teeth. You didn't think you were going to hear those words when you woke up today.
No, I did not. Okay, I was like, sea cucumber, pretty harmless. They just eat the trash on the floor. Well, here it is. People have eaten live octopus on a stick. Yeah, you eat raw octopus pretty decent. Doesn't it, like, crawl and stuff? Raw octopus is cruel because you're eating it alive. It can almost choke you to death. Yeah. Remember specific news story about someone checking life that way? Yeah, I was going to say it's pretty dangerous. There's mosquito burgers? Ew. Ew, some people still would, teeth or not. I'm learning things already about sea cucumbers that I didn't even know. Did I want to know this information? I'm not sure. Oh my god, guard. Oh my gosh.
But honey, it's happening. And it is exactly what it sounds like. And it's all because some species of fish like the pearlfish will use a sea cucumber as a protective bunker. And they do this by turning its south exit into a double-lane highway. And if a money-shooting slime snake or a butt-blasting baby whale didn't demonetize me, this definitely did it. So to keep squatters from breaking in through the back door, many sea cucumbers have anal teeth designed to keep prostate pokers away. And it's not the only defense they have. Most predators will ignore the sea cucumber as a dinner option thanks to the many forms of toxin they have. And when threatened, the sea cucumber will release some of the poison out its lower half as an appetizer. And somehow that's not the weirdest thing that can come out of a cucumber. Because as a last resort in the face of certain death, the sea cucumber will respond by ejecting its internal organs fresh out of its anus in a display that's guaranteed to traumatize any predator that messed around and as a result found out. And like its cousin the starfish, the sea cucumber has the ability to regenerate any organs it negotiated in the heat of battle. And best believe they abuse it. You've never seen an animal weaponize its poop chute like a sea cucumber.
What? So they just shoot out their organs and then they could also regenerate? Oh, huh? This thing is sea cucumber's kind of a freak. What the? I thought it was just a little guy doing mind his own business. I don't like them anymore. Yeah, they literally poop their guts out. Oh no, it had Taco Bell. Yup, they're nutty. Ooh. Ooh, when you mug a guy and he prolapses his intestines right into your face. Yeah, I would run away. What the? I don't like them. I don't like this at all.
Actually, you have. If you've seen the honey badger, you can find this felony ferret's face on the Mount Rushmore of disrespect. And one of the reasons is because it too.
I'm gonna stop myself right here because I'm looking at this cute little badger and I'm like, oh my god, he's so cute. And I can't wait to hear the most vile, unpredictable thing that these things do. I'm waiting for it. Yep, there's the Tetris smile. I'm waiting for it. Because I'm like, oh, honey badger, it can't be that bad. Yep, no, I'm waiting for it. Honey badger don't care. Oh no. Oh no. If you only had the option of a live octopus or a cooked hagfish on a deserted island, what would you choose? Starvation. Starvation. Nature is beautiful. This badger is very much not cute. I can't wait until he, like, I don't know, poops out his mouth or something. I don't know. It's the face of a convicted felon. Also real. I would also lose my appetite after watching that. Yep, I have a sneaking suspicion it has to do with poop. I feel like this is the poop edition. He's so cute. I can't wait. I can't wait to learn. Let's see.
Who has a secret weapon? Because when a honey badger wants to make a scene, it'll flip its anal pouch inside out.
Yep.
It's amazing how many times a body part can come up in one video. This Oreo weasel reversing its anus and the smell that comes with it is about as bad as you'd expect. Not only is it suffocating enough to ward off predators, it's also believed to temporarily paralyze attacking bees long enough for this black air force to make off with our honey and larvae. So when I call this a steroid skunk, I'm not very far off. A lot of things can come from an encounter with a honey badger, but a Febreze of liquid booty to the nose probably wasn't something you'd expect. Because a honey badger is just a four-legged assault on all five senses. Same way a vulture's a violation to the nasal order. Vultures get clout off eating all the—
What? So the honey badger was like, oh yeah, it's just gonna poop in your face, Lamau. I'm straight to vultures. Oh my god. Prison skunk? Yeah, that's fun. Just, you know, flip out, what they say, his anal glands or something? Like, hello? No? Okay. They're incredible escape artists and have crack courage. If it can disable insect. Yeah! I heard the bee part. It just stuns bees, and then bees are like, what the? And then steals their honey. Not poop in face, they invert. Oh, that's what I was saying. I said the. Oh, I said anal. Okay. Okay, so it just inverts it. Okay. You know it's bad when it stun locks insect. Yeah, how do you mess up that bad? How do you do stuns African killer bees? I mean, well, now I know how to get rid of I mean, it stuns them, doesn't kill them though. If I have ulcerative colitis, but even I have yet to feign a guy with my backdoor blood. There, it just goes out and goes, teehee, you're paralyzed by butt stank. Imagine something smelling so bad that you're paralyzed. Like, I think my cats take pretty, hi, Dawn. Speaking of, what did you knock over that you're running over here for? What did you just do? Dawn, what did you just do? Okay. That was funny I mentioned it. I'll just say Dawn takes pretty stinky poops, but, like, never to the point of stun locking. Never.
Things nobody else in nature wants to deal with. You know, I'm sensing a theme here. Vulture stomach acid is so corrosive that these corpse pigeons can eat the most dangerous substances in the world and go back for seconds. Botulism, cholera, and anthrax would all turn any other scavenger into a skeleton, but vultures are able to handle it. For reference, botulism is a toxin that attacks the nerves and can lead to difficulty breathing, muscle paralysis, and permanent sleep mode. And it only takes the smallest amount to put you in a coffin. But the nervous system of the vulture is able to eat botulism like candy.
Yeah, honestly, vultures kind of scare me. Because don't they also circle around something they think is going to die soon? Or is that just like a myth? Now imagine a killer bee from Naruto getting one shot by honey badger stink. His one true weakness. Speaking of the brown devil, yeah, Dawn just like ran across the room, so I thought she did something. Imagine something smelling so bad you're paralyzed. Yes, I've been to a Warhammer tournament. Dang. Dang, what the? Not been paralyzed by smell before, but I have been paralyzed by texture. Wait, what? It's basically the same substance that skunk uses, except instead of spraying it in the air, it just leaves a thick puddle of concentrated booty juice. That's wonderful. By wonderful, I mean terrifying. Time for the mind cleaner. Yeah, I'm kind of scarred from this video a little bit. It's true, but they're patient, I think. Okay, I was gonna say, I've always heard the, well, I guess, like, if it's real, that they circle around something they know is gonna die soon. So, vultures are cute, though. They're affectionate, playful, form emotional bonds with people, learn tricks, etc. Will also circle around you and wait for you to pass out so they can eat you alive. And apparently their stomach is so strong that they just bypass anything that could really hurt them. I can describe, but I have to heavily edit the wording. I have a general idea of what you're saying, Alan. It's all good. Not cute, but definitely all the other things. I mean, it's not terrifying looking. I've seen terrifying looking birds. They also poop down their legs. I love that. It's not ready for the thick puddle of concentrated booty juice. Yes, a perfect description. Vultures have bad PR. I mean, they just eat things that no one else can. So that's cool. I also feel like they can digest bones. I don't know if that's real or not either. Or I'm thinking of a different animal altogether. Yeah, they can digest bones? Yeah, scary. Thanks, vultures. Very cool. Leave no traces, Lamau.
Vultures actually make the world a better place by eating all the nastiness other animals would die trying. But it makes how they defend themselves even worse. If anything gets too close to a vulture's nest, it'll respond by vomiting half-digested sewer-smelling foulness I can't even imagine. Or maybe I just don't want to. Normally they do this only as a distraction. But if any of the violation marinating inside them gets in your face and eyes, it's not going to be a good time to be alive. And there's never a good time to be around this bird for the same reason. Now I can confidently say I've made it abundantly clear that I don't approve of anything this morally bankrupt graveyard goose stands for. If Happy Feet were Shawshank Redemption...
This is a different one? I thought it was still a vulture for a second. They botulism? Yeah, that's terrifying. And then if they ever want a distraction, they just vomit up whatever they ate, which is filled with goodness. I don't even want to picture the smell. I don't even want to think about it. It's going to make me throw up. They're also important for the ecosystem? Oh, 100%. Well, they eat things that no one else literally can, according to what he said. So it makes sense. Behold the supervillain butt stank. He's been going on a crime spree across LA. No. Maybe botulism is really tasty. I'm not going to be the one that tries it. Petrels are everything people think vultures are, and so much more. These birds are the spawn of what? They're just having a funky little time eating everything. They eat just an amalgamation of everything, just for fun. Sudden coagulated blood in mouth is not a fun experience, but no one was hurt aside from my psyche. True, more like botulism. Thank you for that, Pen. Thank you.
These birds would have been the sisters. That might be a dated reference, but considering what I'm referencing, maybe it's a good thing if you don't get it. Something about their eyes steals the joy from my soul. Petrels are the freeze-dried vultures of the southern seas. Its diet of the dead, decaying, and downright disgusting is why sailors also nicknamed it the Stinker. And as you can probably guess, nesting petrels will defend themselves by projectile vomiting the contents of its stomach. And unlike vultures who do it as a distraction, petrels will actively aim their spray at the face and eye, since not only can it blind a potential predator, it's so acidic it can eat away at the waterproof coating of feathers. Doing that to a bird that has to swim for a living is like clipping the wings off a Cessna.
What the? I was gonna say, just projectile vomiting at you kind of stinks, but it's kind of like an acid? Does he say it rips the from feathers? Wait, hold on, let me go back, hold on.
At the face and eye, since not only can it blind a potential predator, it's so acidic it can eat away at the waterproof coating of feathers. Doing that to a bird that has to swim for a living is like clipping the wings off a Cessna.
Yeah, rips the waterproof from the feathers? That's actually insane. So they're literally just ruining the entire bird's career in life. What the? Xenomorph bird? It just rips the acid? That's... I didn't even know that was a thing. Vulture stomach acid is coming the strongest acids found on Earth, and they just upchuck it like it's nothing, and they could, like, hit the target? That's crazy. Yeah, demon birds? See, vultures aren't that bad in comparison to this. I feel like these guys they're ruining bird lives out here. Takes off the waterproof coating so it can't hunt properly, and it wouldn't be able to swim at all, or, like, survive in the rain, right? Well, I mean, it'd be able to survive, but not well. Real butts? Yeah, the real butts. Specific time of the month, and I was warned beforehand. Moving on, I'm sorry.
It's a dick move of the highest order. And if you take a petrol stomach oils to the face, people several miles downwind will be able to smell how your day is going. And while the smell does wear off, the emotional scars of witnessing what this lizard does last way longer. The horned lizard is a fearsome, intimidating dinosaur that time left behind. Or at least it would be, if he wasn't only 4 inches long. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, once again, this guy's kind of cute looking. He's just a little guy. He's just like 4 inches long. I can't wait until they tell me that he releases the most foul odor known to man. I can't wait. Cot-sized? Messed up. Not every small thing is cot-sized. What the ham? It's one cot long. Why are you like this? Yeah, he's just a little spiky guy. Look at him. No, not this time. Well, we'll see. We'll find out. But don't ruin it. You're not supposed to say what it is. I'm learning about it. Oh, man. These lizards are called spikes. They didn't finish for a reason. Oh. To be fair, it's usually babies are using it to stay on the census from the males trying to send them to the nest in the sky to get the females again. Well, no, okay, then it's okay. Yeah, no spoilers. I'm trying to react to it. You guys just told me what happens already. That kind of sucks.
Perfectly average, and I'm sure he has a great personality anyway. But personality doesn't save him from basically being a dinner roll to threats like wildcats, coyotes, and occasionally wolves. So when its life is in danger, the horned lizard does something so drastic that I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here to give you time to mentally prepare yourself.
Graphic images incoming. Too late.
The lizard takes aim and shoots blood right out its eye. And while the coyote takes some time to reevaluate his life choices and whether or not he should get tested, the bloody lizard slips away to become someone else's life lesson. Not only does squirting its own Kool-Aid confuse mammalian predators, it also tastes bad enough to make them decide it's not worth the calories. But as for why it has to be out of their eyes, I do not know. Why not? But honestly, if a pupil period's how you want to live your life, who am I to judge? And even though you'd expect this bloodlusting lizard to be an Australian citizen, it's actually found in the American Southwest.
No, it's not Australian. That's even worse. But the blood doesn't. Is it like? It just distracts them. I mean, having blood in you is probably not a good feeling, but like it doesn't like harm them. Doesn't like it's not acidic or. The volleyball that tastes so bad it makes predators reconsider making it their dinner. Oh, so, okay, I missed that part. Okay, so, unless they're saying it now, and it's just rude, but we'll see. Okay.
For your daily dose of Australian nonsense, look no further than the Stropher's gecko. Similar to the horned lizard, this tiny gecko would normally be free calories for any predatory bird that happens to snatch
Oh, you ruined this one. Guys, stop.
it up. But of course, this gecko has a comeback. Despite what I'm about to tell you, I can assure you that wasn't a pun. Instead of blood, the gecko releases a foul-smelling, bitter-tasting fluid from its tail. And like with the lizard's blood, the gecko's money shot is rank enough to convince most birds not to eat it. Alternatively, mixing the fluid with ammonia produces a...
This is a wild picture to take. Imagine you're just walking across and you see this thing just squirting fluids from its tail. Yeah. Lizards leave their tails, so the blood isn't that bad. Look, is he saying this is blood?
highly flammable substance, and my condolences to the family of whoever had to find that out. These geckos are so confident in their secret weapon that they'll often bask in the sun in shrubberies in broad daylight in clear view of predators. Most geckos avoid conflict by being
Wow, they're ballsy, alright. They're like, look at me, haha.
nocturnal. So this one exposing itself while also having no venom or spines means you're looking at a cocky lizard. Especially since even though it is foul tasting, the fluid by itself is technically harmless. Which you can't say about the tomato frog.
Did he just get some of the fluid from his tail in his mouth? Wouldn't that gross him out? Or does it not affect him? Because I could have sworn, because they're doing it like right above their face, and once like the fluids are in like full force, like that's nasty. Nasty. It's a lizard form of Jackson Pollock in his drip face. The way he just goes roar, he was kind of like pogging. He was like, yeah, smell this pog, and just smelled all over the place.
In the wild, this frog is only found in one place, and that's on the island of Madagascar. Unfortunately, that means it also shares an area code with over 80 different species of snakes, most of which have no problem putting a frog named after a fruit on a grocery list. But of course, this bite-sized frog ain't the easy lick it looks like. When a hungry snake on the hunt starts looking at this frog the wrong way, it'll puff itself up and inflate to make itself look as intimidating as possible. If that and the fact that this frog...
Wait a minute. It's like the Naruto frog. It's even orange. Oh, it just puffs itself up. I can't wait for it to be stinky as well. It's like marinating your own BO. You don't notice it. I don't know. I feel like I know when I smell. Frog! Yeah, it's a Naruto frog.
Shares a color scheme with a red flag doesn't work, it moves on to plan B. As soon as a snake makes contact, the frog releases a sticky glue-like substance from just under its skin. Not only is the glue an assault on the tongue, it also irritates the inside of the snake's mouth. And if the snake's too stubborn to let go, it can end up getting its jaws gummed together for a couple days. Long enough for the snake to tell his friends what happened. But it's not just snakes that can get a life lesson. A lot of people will keep this affiliated Kermit as a pet. Which is fine, except if you handle them for too long or stress them out in any way, you can end up getting glued and occasionally...
Why would you... What? It excretes stinky glue. Why would you do that? I wouldn't want to freak this frog out because they literally saw it and they thought Naruto frog. They have to. And they're like, oh, it's so cute. He's just a little guy. Little do they know if you stress them out, you don't realize you're stressing them out. Glued hands. Glued hands. Has he gone over the bombardier beetle? I don't know. Where all these animals go to strategy, they're liquid or get glued, idiot. Yeah, this is just the stinky edition. This is literally just a stinky edition of animals. What the? I know when I smell because I shower, but I guess if you always smell it gets away from you. At least that's what playing super... Oh my goodness, wisdom. Yeah, no, I feel like I know when I smell because I'm like, oof. Oh, so, will sum a brain? Yeah, well, this little stinky frogs.
It can trigger an allergic reaction in people. It won't kill you, but it's why owners are advised not to try and handle this frog. And for mental health reasons, you shouldn't handle the hairy frog either. It got its name from the hair-like structures that grows on males, but the reason for that is actually surprisingly wholesome. Those structures help the frog absorb more oxygen and allows him to spend more time underwater to look after his family of eggs. But it's also known as a wolverine or horror frog, and the backstory for that is a lot less wholesome. Because when this Central African frog chooses violence, it'll purposely break the bones in its toes, force them through the skin, and then use them as DIY claws.
It's the Wolverine frog? I was gonna say that the hair's a little freaky, but he's literally just... It's all come together now. He's got the same, like, beard, like Wolverine. Yeah, Lorac Wolverine, but in frog form. That's so cool. I don't know. I said God instead of God or deity. It's all good. Don't worry. If not friendship, why not hug? I mean, I wouldn't want venomous animals either, but I don't think I'd want a glue frog. Hairy plus claws, coincidence? It literally has the same... That's why they designed Wolverine with the, what's the hair on the side of the face called? I want to call them lamb chops, but I know it's not it. I know it's not. It has the same on the side of the frogs that Wolverine has. Oh, and now it has the retractable claws. Ain't no way they didn't know about this frog. Mutton chops, sideburns. Yeah, those. Thor is a frog form, why not Wolverine? This is literally the Wolverine frog. Mutton chop, cyber. Yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. It has those same things that the frog has on the side of it. This is the Wolverine frog. This is so cool. Lamb chop surprisingly close. I just think of food, apparently. My bad.
Imagine going to fight a guy and he gives himself an open fracture and then tries to slash you with it. The bones do heal and the tissues eventually regenerate, but the mental image it inflicts on anyone involved stays with them for life. Claws themselves might not look that bad, but if we solve conflicts by Anderson Silvaing ourselves, world peace would be our only option. If you don't get that reference, you're one of the lucky ones. But if snapping your own bones and using them as weapons wasn't metal enough, one ant somehow managed to take it a step further. It was when the
Oh no, oh I hate bugs. Well, that frog's pretty cool. I mean, crushing its bones, but it literally regenerates too. Okay, that's the coolest. I dubbed the Wolverine frog the coolest animal in this video so far. Man, you're my spirit animal. Can't wait what I do.
Malaysian Calabasas Saundersy colony is under attack. As a last resort, a soldier ant will violently contract its abdomen until 2 poison-filled glands explode. These ants full-on kamikaze themselves, while also taking out any enemies caught in the toxic blast radius. The glue is acidic, corrosive, and strong enough to immobilize attacking ants. And while turning itself into a tactical puts the soldier out of commission, its sacrifice can possibly save its entire colony. Because if the invading ant colony...
I don't like looking at an ant up close, but first of all, I don't like ants. I don't like this toxicity melting acid thing. I don't like this. Oh, I don't like these ants at all. The claws aren't retractable, they just break them. Yeah, well, it's close. It's close enough. Fact just being gross. Yeah, I don't like that zoom in. I almost threw up. Ants are so cool but creepy. I respect the ant hustle. I usually am the type to be like, oh, it's just an ant, I'll leave it alone. But, yeah, I don't like this one already. Yeah, for the Emperor, boo. Oh, man. Oh, no, okay.
Wins, go murk the queen, steal all the food, and even capture some of the soldiers from the losing side and keep them as slaves. Which is why, if it gets to that point, this ant will self-destruct for the good of its colony. But also why, if ants were human-sized with nuclear weapons, they'd probably end all life on Earth in a week. And that's gonna do it for this video. For more consistent content and daily...
So, this should just be a Pokemon. It should just be Durant that knows explosion. That's what it is. Just stop after the long stay of your life, what's happening? We're learning about really terrifying animals. I hate ants from up close and explain the picture of you on a Joltik. Joltik is an electric spider. Rom. Loyalist Death Guard. Yeah, I mean, at least they're, going, they're going the way they want, I guess. They have acid and they explode. Ants are fine when they're outside and not on my stuff, otherwise exterminate. It's time, yeah. Again, bugs are fine if they're minding their own business. I agree, I'm the same way. Ant use self-destruct is super effective. Yeah, this is literally a Pokemon. Why doesn't Durant learn explosion? That's messed up.
Uploads. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And to watch these videos before I post them, consider becoming a patron on Patreon.
Yeah.
And if you haven't pre-ordered my new book yet, go ahead and do that for me too.
Oh, he's got a book.
There's also an audiobook, so short attention span or being illiterate isn't an excuse. Shameless plug aside, be sure to drink water, hug your mother, be glad you weren't born an ant, and I'll see you in the next one.
You hear that? Listen to him, chat. Listen to him. All right, let me go back a little bit. We'll go back to the cool frogs and we'll yap a little bit. Cool frogs. Cool frogs. I mean, this is the coolest frog. Can't change my mind. Breaking bones, kind of crazy, but this is the coolest animal. The living stinky. A lot of these things are just stinky. There was a lot of poop mentioned. There was a lot of acid mentioned. It's just crazy. Yeah. Listen to Casual Geographic though. Drink water. Drink water right now, chat. Hug your mom if you can, or I don't know, call a family member, something. Call a friend. Wolverine all the way. Yes, I dub it the Wolverine frog. Speaking of ants, you know about the World War ants, the American Southwest? No. I think this is the inspiration for Kimimaro. Is that the Naruto frog? Because the other one's orange, and I don't know about the glue part, but the other part literally looked like the Naruto frog. Do not lick the glue frog, Chad. Sad that we have to mention that. Actually, I'll just get the next video set up.
And for mental health
pause. Okay. So we did one Casual Geographic. This is more of shorts. Hopefully this works correctly. Naruto Bone Guy. Oh, Kimimaro. Yeah, okay. Honestly, that would make sense too, because it breaks all his bones. You know what? You're probably right. You're probably right, yeah. That Bone Guy was cool, though. Well, it's not the worst of a pet. At least people don't lick those frogs. I would hope they wouldn't, because then they would have glue all over the place. Hey, Marla, do they grow bonus a special power? Yeah, I forgot about him. It's been a while. Oop. Well, good timing, because my phone was dying. Can I still lick toads? Do not lick the toads. All right, now we're going to watch some more Parz reaction. There's a couple of shorts I have together. So more Parz. More Parz. Arachnophobia warning. Great. Fantastic. I'm so excited. Cool. That's on you. Cod is not responsible. I would say do not lick the frogs, but okay, so I have arachnophobia. Woohoo! I can't wait to see some more spiders that will absolutely terrify me. Let's go! Thank you, more Parz. Woo, Australia!
Has dancing spiders.
Oh.
Allow me to introduce you to the land down under's most fabulous arachnid, the peacock spider. Now, this
Okay. He's kind of cute. He's kind of cute. Okay. He's kind of, he's kind of cute. He's just a little dancing guy. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't change my mind.
legged pride flag is not remotely dangerous to humans. It's got full venom, tiny fangs, and as far as size goes, they're the spider equivalent of a f***ing gnome. What makes these little guys interesting is their love lives. You see, not unlike normal peacocks, it's only the males of the species that are running the RGB gamer lights. But why are they built like a Razer laptop? Well, because spiders can't just post up with a dead fly on Tinder and start swiping. No, the boys here have to attract a lady the old-fashioned way. Shake an ass. You see, in order to find a mate, peacock spiders head out to the club and find a lady across the dance floor. They then lock eyes with her, and as the song changes...
Locking eyes important. Eye contact, chat. Eye contact. I know it's awkward. I can't do it either. Eye contact. Spider Riz. It's okay. I have a cat-sized spider. They're tiny. All spiders are... Well, okay, not all spiders. Most spiders are tiny. The jumping spiders are tiny and cute. I'm saying there's someone with arachnophobia. Yeah, he's kind of cute. Still don't want him anywhere near me, but he's kind of cute. He's kind of a little cute.
They raise that coloured dump truck to the sky. Start playing Dance Dance f***ing Revolution, baby. Now, as he dances, the female spider watches very closely. Not only paying attention to the movements of the dance, but also the f***ing vibrations. And if our protagonist here can nail Osu Valentine's Edition just right, the female spider will slowly approach, lean in for a kiss, and... But, here's the thing. If he f***ed up the dance, he fails the charisma check. And if he f***s the charisma check, he's no longer boyfriend material. He's a f***ing Happy Meal. Australia has
Huh? Oh, so you're one and done if you don't pass the test. That's cool. Shake that thing, your life depends on it. Literally, no risk, dead. Homophobia is a fear of palindromes. I actually have it. I find it hilarious. The name for the fear of palindromes is a palindrome. Yeah, life's just quirky like that. Yeah, so if your dance isn't good enough, you become a Happy Meal. And this is why I don't go to clubs. That's actually crazy. Meanwhile, I'm like, oh, this spider's not that bad. It's kind of cute, kind of quirky. No, yeah, you fail the dance. Now I know why people don't take dance classes anymore. Okay, well, first one wasn't that bad. Mating season one shot, win or deletion, pretty much. Dating in 2025, am I right? That was a good one. I actually like that one. I don't like spiders, but he's just a little guy.
Australia's scariest spider is...
Oh, God. Another spider. Okay. I already don't like the look of this guy.
hiding a deep secret. But what is it? Well, introducing the huntsman, native to the land down under, and the #1 cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves on camera.
Did we see this one? I feel like we saw this one. Oh, did you go for a spider playlist? I didn't set it up. I mean, okay, speaking of not small spiders, way to eat my words. This guy is not a little guy. He's not.
And look, in defense of said tourists, I will be the first to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a f***ing job application. Those gangly ass legs and the hair make him look like Slender Man's testicle. Now, as if having a negative charisma stat wasn't bad enough, I regret to inform you that the huntsman spider grows up to 30 f***ing centimeters.
I'm sorry. I thought he was going to say 30 feet, and I was literally, I was going to cry. I was literally going to cry. Okay, okay. A foot is still crazy work, but like, I felt my heart racing there for a second. Oh, he is not friend-shaped. No, 30 feet for free. Cause you ever see like those Halloween decorations where it's a giant spider on their house? I was like, there ain't no way that's based on a real spider. So I genuinely, my heart started like picking up for a second. Oh, usually why toxic women are called after a spider? What? Now the really big spiders are underwater. Oh, wonderful. Cod is 3 huntsmen tall. This thing is freaky. I don't even want to. Okay, let's keep watching.
Is in size, making it the largest spider on the planet by leg span, and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long. Now, being the spider equivalent of a Ford F-150, you'd think he'd have the common decency to be slow, you know, tank build. Unfortunately, the huntsman is f***ing turbocharged. Yep. Now, it's usually at this point in the video that I would inform you that he is also highly venomous, because it's Australia. However, that's his big secret. The huntsman is a big sweetheart. You see, despite looking like an SCP, huntsmen are
So they're not? Okay, the little uwu face got me though.
Incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless. In fact, seeing one of these bad boys in your house is a blessing in disguise, because if you see a huntsman in your home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes, because he's eaten them. You see, he understands he's big enough that he should be paying rent, and so he contributes to the household in pest control.
Yeah, that chill would poop my pants if I saw him, but they're pretty much harmless. Yeah, I still don't want a foot-long spider in my house. You know what I mean? I
personally have had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you they're pretty good company. Ooh. Except for the part where they cause car crashes. Yeah, you see, huntsmen like...
I've definitely seen this one, because I've literally have said that I have seen a baby spider in a car, and I could 100% see it being a car accident. Yup.
To hide in tight spaces and cracks, and they do it by flattening out their body to fit into the gap. Now, in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an hour and decide to flip down the sun visor because God is trying to flashbang you, yeah, they like to sleep in there, and you've just dropped one into your lap. Now, whatever you do, don't panic, or you're gonna crash the... Australia.
Yeah, that would be me. I've seen little baby spiders that literally slowly inch down, and I have screamed, and it has not been a good time. Spiders should be banned from cars. It should be illegal. Put them in jail if they enter your car. Put them in jail. Straight to jail. That's you in Tetra. Yeah, I was gonna say that's live action me. Slay them, but I can appreciate them from a distance. If he wants to be like the guard spider around the house so no bugs want to get in, then heck yeah, I'm all for that. You do your jam. But yeah, I do not want to be one-to-one with that thing. Straight to spider jail, yeah. Why huntsmen, not guardsmen? Great question. Probably because they hunt all the bugs. Isn't there spiders to every 8 feet to a person? I don't know. Not a jar? No, they can't breathe in a jar.
Australia just found a new insect.
Who's that Pokemon?
And in a certified Australia moment, it is unironically called the f***ing Lucifer bee.
Nothing could go wrong being called the Lucifer bee, right? Oh boy. I don't mind small spiders, but I kind of hate bigger ones, especially since my girlfriend wants me to take them outside. We'll kill them with venomous ones, but still. I just don't like spiders in general. I see them and I freak out.
Because of course we have the Satan bee. The snakes and the spiders and the f***ing dinosaurs weren't enough. No. Now I gotta dodge a rejected doom enemy on my walk to work. Discovered in the closest climate to hell on Earth, Western Australia, these bad boys were named after the Lord of Hell for 2 reasons. The first of which being the giant fucking demon horns bolted to their heads. Now, those horns aren't just there to look scary. They're actually a defensive mechanism to protect the demon bees from bigger predators. However, only the ladies of the species stay strapped, as the horns are only found on females, meaning a more accurate name for these absolute girlboss.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Stop. Lucifer at heart. Ayo. Sounds like a cutie. Yeah, and they have horns on their head. I mean, perfect name. I'm not gonna lie. Perfect name with the little horns, but only the females have them? It's kind of quirky. Kind of tee-hee-ha-ha.
Is the Karlak bee. But a pair of spirit Halloween horns can't be the only reason they're named after the devil, right? I mean, there's gotta be f***ing something else.
Yeah.
Like, do they spit fire? Maybe they've got a pitchfork for a stinger that injects you with f***ing acid venom. The answer to that is, no.
Really? I would have guessed something like a burning sensation if they sting you or something. Why not Lilith being said? You know what? Well, I don't think horns, maybe? I don't know if it had horns. That's probably why it's named the Satanic Bee. For the balance, we have the mansplain, manipulate, manslaughter, nar. Oh, poor male bee, Sag.
It's a normal f***ing honeybee. The actual reason is that lead researcher, Dr. Kit Prendergast, was watching the f***ing Netflix show.
Biggest cock I've ever seen.
And this isn't even the first time she's done something like this. She named another species after her pet dog.
Okay, I would do the same though, real.
Based. Australia just...
Okay, I would also name something, if I found a new species, I would also name it something really dumb, like Skibbity something. Or I would name it after, like, one of my animals. That seems pretty legit. Seems fitting as the mother of demons. I mean, but did she have horns? I don't know. That was my bi-weighted actually, the whore. The shortcake bee. Shortcake doesn't... Well, no, shortcake's calmed down a lot. I wouldn't say she's that much of a demon. Skibbity something, can't wait for professors to teach that in uni. Yeah, the dawn bee. Oh, because the shortcake bee, because I started naming after my cats. Imagine the shortcake beans, like, cute, like, strawberry colored and stuff. That would be... What if it had little orange spots on, just like shortcake? Cod discovers a new species, the dawn 67. I would, and everyone would hate me. But it'd be so based.
That isn't a tree. It's a fucking bird. Introducing the tawny frogmouth, a species of bird found in the land down under, and Australia's very own avian equivalent of a maxed out Skyrim stealth build.
Oh.
Now you may be thinking to yourself, well, it can't be that stealthy. I can see it. Yeah, you can. You can see that one. Did you see the one right fucking...
I didn't. Oh, yeah, they're kind of cute looking, but their stealth is 100, completely maxed out.
Next to it? Now, the important question is, why the fuck do these things have predator camo? Well, there's 2 reasons. First of all being, it's fucking Australia.
Yippee.
You see, these bad boys are primarily nocturnal, staying on the move during the night and dive bombing unaware insects to meet their bulking goals.
Love them. They also delete all the bugs I dislike. Tetra's favorite, by the way. It's a pretty cool bird so far, I'm not gonna lie.
However, that means that during the day, they sleep. And in a country where at any point you can be bitten, mauled, stung, or fucking drop-kicked to death, Laying down in the wrong spot can turn a short nap into the forever sleep. So, in order to prevent themselves from becoming an item on a snake's KFC order, these tactical chickens evolved the ghillie suit to basically allow them to f***ing disappear.
They for real said, look at me, I am the tree now. They got a cute little face. Yeah, they're kind of cute and they eat bugs. See, I would rather have one of these little guys than the huntsman spider. They could hunt for me. They could eat all the bugs instead. And then they don't have to worry about camouflaging too much. Well, probably they'd have to hide from the cats. So maybe they still need to camouflage. But I'd keep them safe. I promise.
Being practically invisible allows them to unlock their second passive. F***ing DoorDash. You see, these guys are so f***ing good at cosplaying a stick that not only do predators mistake them for Groot, but so does their prey. And so, whenever they take a nap, they just leave their mouths open a little bit. And whenever some poor ant just tries to walk his way to work, he instead DoorDashes himself directly into its f***ing mouth.
Classic birds. Classic birds. You would keep them safe like the TV. Okay, I would keep them safer than the TV. They would have their own little room and they could explore during the day where I could watch them. Same brain, I see. Yeah, same brain. These two are married. I can't believe it. It's almost like we spend time with each other. What if we use body replacement technique? Ooh, maybe.
I want you to imagine you're cave diving. You turn a corner and see a spider web the size of the fucking wall. I regret to inform you that no, this is not fake. This is an actual photo from the inside of a...
More spiders. Okay. Alright, cool. Ones that create entire walls bigger than a human. Okay. Okay. You two are so compatible. We try. Dawn, see bird but forgets about the TV. Dawn would try and play with the bird. Zillions more spiders. Oh, good. Okay. Good thing I'm not eating for a while.
Cave on the Greek-Albanian border, where scientists...
Not Australia? That's a W for Australia?
...have discovered the world's largest spider web. Located in a portion of the cave crammed to the brim with sulfur. That has quite literally never seen the light of God. This wall of white sticky stuff spans 1,100 square fucking feet.
What? I thought it was big. What?
That is the size of a 2-bedroom fucking house. However, finding the average Australian home on the wall of a cave at Y11 brings up a far scarier question. What the fuck built it? Well, to the relief of many, no.
Tell me the spider's like 2 centimeters long, because I'm going to lose it.
We did not discover a giant spider lair. Nor is this the result of a single spider with creative mode and world edit. No, it's far fucking worse. Because this web is the arachnid equivalent of getting the boys on for a 2-week Minecraft phase. Because this web is a collaborative effort. It was built by 111,000 fucking spiders.
Oh, cool. Love that. Cool. House size. Yeah, and they all just gather together and like, you know what, boys? Boys, we're gonna build a web.
I want you to imagine.
Why would you touch it? Him touching it just gave me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, no more spiders, more Parz, please. Please, City of Spiders. Oh, I love how they all just collaborate and congregate and come together and like, let's build a web of friendship. It's also built by 2 different species, which is pretty unusual. Wait, 2 different species, really? God, spiders scare me.
This pond is hiding something scary.
Can I find it? I don't think I see it. Wait, are these cranberries? Please don't tell me it's the cranberry spiders, please. He didn't mention the best part. The web. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I don't think he mentioned it in the thing. That usually hate each other. See, building webs brings spiders together. Hello. These are cranberries. I'm gonna cry. More spiders. Okay.
No, not that. It's worse. You see, these are cranberries, a small red fruit used in juice, sauces, and even alcohol. However, unlike many fruits which grow in luscious green fields, cranberries grow on a fucking swamp. However, sharing a postcode with Shrek doesn't exempt cranberries from pest control issues. But rather than dumping enough toxic chemicals on the cranberry bog to qualify it as a League of Legends lobby, cranberry farmers decided to use a more interesting form of pest control. Fucking wolf spiders.
I thought spiders just kind of snuck their way in. I thought they didn't actually use them for cranberry farm. They just kind of happened to be mutual respect kind of thing, I thought. Oh, please don't tell me they hurt the poor cranberry farmers. We're done with spiders, she said. Pog.
That's right. In order to prevent a horde of bugs from devouring these innocent cranberries, our brave hell spiders are deployed to the field to protect against the horde. Which works great. Until they flood the fields to harvest the cranberries, at which point the highly venomous wolf spiders start to look for the closest high point. And if you're picking the berries, that's you.
So apparently it says cap, they use pesticides and spiders to make their way to their fields. I think it depends on the place, because I've heard some cranberry places, like in interviews that I've seen, that they don't use them. Imported pest control. So I feel like, read the comments. Wolf spiders are not highly venomous. Confuse them with brown. Oh. Took cranberries from the head with this heading. Same. I mean, I'm not going to scroll down too much. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but yeah, I think it depends, because I've heard some places, some areas say that they don't use the wolf spiders, so I don't know. The farmers get paid a ton to import spiders, because like he said, it would attack them on the front, so I don't know. I'd have to do more research into that. They're not highly venomous. He corrects himself later. Oh no, I meant just like them importing them as pest control.
This shrimp has a gun.
Okay, I was gonna say the shrimp fried this rice. Okay, he has a gun. Okay, the spider thing isn't true. I was gonna say, I've heard reports saying that they don't do that. It kind of just happens because there's a lot of bugs, but I don't know.
No, this isn't a Fortnite skin. This is a real f***ing animal, and it's called the pistol shrimp. Now,
I've heard about this guy. I don't know anything about him, but I've heard that the pistol shrimp is scarier than the mantis shrimp. Okay, I can't wait.
Surprisingly, being named after a firearm, of course it's f***ing native to the United States of America.
America W, let's go.
Where the f*** else do you think you were going to find it? However, they can actually be found expressing their Second Amendment rights over the majority of the globe too. Now, coming in at a huge 2 inches, it is not the size of his body that makes him special, but the caliber of the big iron on his hip. Or should I say big claw? You see, that oversized right pincher isn't just because he forgot to, switch hands while doing homework. No, mate, that claw is basically fucking Mega Man's arm cannon. But last I checked, they can't call in an ammo resupply under the sea. So how does the claw become a gun? The answer is bubble.
Bubbles? Okay, Mantis shrimp is the melee build, the pistol shrimp is the range build. I'm curious to see how this works out. I'm so curious.
You see, these bad boys hunt smaller shrimp, and they start that hunt by jumping off the f***ing battle bus and looking for prey. Once they get within effective range, they will literally cock their claw like the hammer on a revolver. Weapon ready, they line up the shot, take aim, and
Counter-terrorists win.
they snap their claws together so fucking fast, it causes an underwater vacuum, creating an explosive cavitation bubble hotter than the surface of the sun.
No, really? Again, hotter than the surface of the sun? Cavitation bubble. That is crazy work. Who gave shrimp this power? Who?
This bubble is then launched at the enemy at over 100k an hour. The bubble then connects with the smaller shrimp and flashbangs it. This either kills it outright or stuns it long enough to be consumed. Poor little fucker got quickscoped by phase shrimp.
That's actually yeah, bubble beam in real life, but it actually just decimates you. Hotter than the sun. Hey, baby, you're a cavitation bubble because you're hotter than the sun. I can't with you at all. I really can't. Why are you like this? Oh my god. Okay, well, pretty cool. Wouldn't want to 1v1 it, but pretty cool. Guy named Darwin, I think. Hi, Jim. Evolution gave it a gun and said, go do a crime. Yeah, for real. Take it easy, Alan. Feel better. Who gave us guys power, not a Jetta. That's for sure. You have the power now. There are 2 crustaceans that weaponize the physics engine. Mantis shrimp throws hands and pistol shrimp no scopes noobs. They should imagine them 2 on a team. They could take the entire ocean. They could fight them. 2000 brain rot. This is amazing though. Okay, we'll see. It could get much cooler than a shrimp, right? Let's see. Hopefully there's just no more spiders.
Aussie farmers thought they were being attacked by aliens. But what was actually causing it is so much funnier. This is a wallaby, the kangaroo's vertically challenged little cousin.
Okay, I was gonna say not a kangaroo. Okay, a wallaby. All right, it's kind of cute looking. I'm afraid.
Now, to get a little more specific, this is a Bennett's wallaby, native to my home state of Tasmania.
Ooh.
And that location is very important to the story. Tassie is home to a lot of things. Beautiful views, a seal with a felony record, and the nut. However, one thing they tend to leave off the tourism brochures is drugs.
The Walter White? What are they doing? They're transporting drugs? Hello? Huh? Small kangaroo, cot-sized kangaroos? Why are you guys like this? The starfish that explodes taking its prey and then regrows its limbs? What the heck?
Tasmania is the world's largest exporter of legal opium, the main ingredient in opioid painkillers like morphine, with this one tiny island producing 50% of global supply. Now, opium comes from poppy milk, and to get poppy milk, you need to milk poppies. And to produce that 50% of global supply, Tasmanian farmers grow huge fields of these things across the north of the state. However, because throwing these flowers into a crafting table gives you narcotics, these fields are legally required to be under extremely tight security. Which is why these same poppy farmers became extremely confused when crop circles showed up in the plant equivalent of a Town Hall 9 Clash of Clans base.
Yeah, that would scare me too. Just a random... okay, and it's all because of these wallabies? Alright, okay. Breaking Bad Australia edition. This is actually crazy work.
They were understandably absolutely bewildered by this, and some people even thought it was aliens. So to figure out whether or not it was a Halo Elite drawing this shit, they set up some cameras. And what they saw was this little shit breaking into the field, eating the milk-filled buds, getting absolutely eyed, and then hopping in circles until he passed the out. They thought the Covenant were invading, and it was a drink-driving wallaby.
That's actually crazy. It was high as frag, yeah. They're the cod kangaroo, small and full of mischief. I wouldn't take the drugs and then jump all over the place. What the? Sounds like a normal weekend, not gonna lie. What kind of weekends you having, Rom? Hello? That is the funniest thing I've ever heard of. Oh my god. Just, yeah, took all the drugs and then passed out. He's like, nah, it's a good time. Out. I thought there was going to be something crazy, but stealing the drugs is, whew, okay.
Australia just found a new shark. And of course, being from the land down under, it's fucking weird. Introducing the brand new Western Australian lantern shark. As the name suggests, discovered by a team of scientists off the coast of Western Australia. Now, as with the overwhelming majority of weird shit in the ocean, the Ozempic shark here is found in the deep sea, sharing a postcode with the anglerfish, that one xenomorph shark, and Now, despite the word shark making most people think of something a little closer in size to, I don't know, Bruce, Slenderman's fish sonar over here only grows up to 30 centimeters.
I mean, that's okay. That's a shark. That's a Flammenwerfer now. It's just a little shark guy.
This little guy shares a weight class with a fucking foot long.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I still personally think 30 centimeters is way too big. He could be just as good as the other sharks if he was, you know, let's just say 3 inches. However, other than being built like a fishy USB cable and owning a property in rock bottom, what makes him so weird? Simple. He fucking glows.
Throwing flashbang.
So that's his secret power. He glows 3 times bigger than... What the ham? It's not a me-sized shark. That's messed up.
But fucking why? Well, you see, these bad boys are found in the twilight zone of the ocean, around 1.2 kilometers below the surface. A place so fucking far down, it sees less sunlight than the inside of a gacha addict's room.
Pog.
And so, lantern sharks evolved bioluminescence on their gills and fins in order to fucking communicate with one another.
That's how they communicate? Okay, that's kind of cool. They're just cool little glowy sharks. Look at them go. They're just glowy little guys.
The glow is the evolutionary equivalent of a fucking indicator.
Yeah.
Showing that a literal abyss shark is more intelligent than your average BMW driver.
Okay, that fish wasn't that bad. Okay, that one's not that bad. They have turn signals. Yeah, that's how they talk. Glowy shark. Glow stick sharks. Yeah, we're seeing a few Euro-sized animals today. Don't believe them. They're lying. I'm not a foot tall. What the ham? See, that one's not bad. We went from, like, scary spiders to, like, okay, fun little glowy sharks. As a BMW driver, I second this. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so, as the Aussie animal guy, I feel like I might owe you an explanation for this one.
Yeah, what? Huh?
That is a normal fucking Roo. No, he is not Roosus Christ, he's not the second coming, and he's not gonna turn your water into wine. Alright, he might turn it into VB if you ask nice.
Get that up, yeah.
But if that's the case, how the fuck is he stealing the Son of God's passive? Well, the answer is fucking sand.
I don't like sand.
It's just not deep water, right? Right?
Yeah, you see, what's far more likely than a Roo being enchanted with water walking is that he's actually running on a sandbar. That...
Okay, alright, that was my guess, but I'm like, how could they do that otherwise? That would actually just running over water unless they were fast enough? Yeah, okay, I was gonna say.
Is basically just a fancy description for ocean currents piling up a shitload of sand into one place, creating an offshore segment of the water that's not much deeper than a fucking kid's pool. Now, Roos know about sandbars, and they actually very frequently use them as a shortcut to get from A to B to find more food. So, while...
But how does it know? Does it see it? How cool would it be if Roos had flippers and can do this IRL? Imagine they just, like, skirt across the top of the water. That would... These kangaroo Moses! Yeah, I mean, it would make them a little bit more terrifying. Imagine being like, oh, no, I'm safe. I'm on the other side of the island. Just kidding.
What looks like Skippy here is stealing Jesus' entire fucking flow. He's actually on a Macca's mish.
Let me get a...
Okay, well that was kind of interesting. I was confused at first, and then I had to think about it. Okay, all right, now that's pretty cool. Okay, still wouldn't want that to happen because if I'm safe on the other side, but yeah, remember you're never safe from the aquatic ruse. Like they need another superpower for real. Kangaroo Jesus lizards would be an interesting combo.
This is the world's oldest shark.
We got a...
Didn't we already learn that sharks are really, 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 really old to begin with? Older than the stars, older than trees, older than pretty much everything. The beeping sound gave me major PTSD. God, I hated Macca's. Oh, I'm sorry.
Boomer!
But how old actually is it? This absolute fossil over here is the Greenland shark. And this may come as a shock to you, but the Greenland shark is found in fucking Greenland, man.
What? It's found in Greenland? I thought they were older than Tetra. Wow. Older than Saturn. Yeah, older than Saturn's rings. So is this even older than normal type of sharks? The Greenland shark. Okay, before Greenland was... okay.
And with Grandpa Shark here coming in at a fucking kaiju-sized 6 meters in length and a literal fucking ton in weight, this senior citizen probably worked with Godzilla back in his fucking day. But how senior is senior? Well, you might be expecting me to say something along the lines of, 100 years, maybe 150 years, right?
No. I know sharks can be millions of years old. I know. Yeah. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the million slap. Kangaroo's bite strength is the same as grizzly bears. That's terrifying. Thanks.
Try higher. No, not 200. Close, but not 300 either. No, the Greenland shark can live up to 500 fucking years.
Oh, I was expecting millions. Okay, so old, just not the oldest shark. Okay, well, still a very old shark. Yeah, but he's an old boy. 500 years. Okay.
I don't think you understand how old that is. So, to put it in perspective, this is Bob. Bob has just turned 500. Here is a list of things this has
Happy birthday, Bob.
lived through. All 8 of King Henry's divorces, the invention of chocolate,
I remember when they first invented chocolate.
Shakespeare's entire lifespan, the Boston Tea Party, the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the founding of the United States, the colonization of Australia, the Industrial fucking Revolution, the invention of the light bulb and adoption of electricity, the Titanic becoming a submarine, World War I, the Great Depression, World War II, the Vietnam War, the fucking moon landing, and the invention of the internet. The first episode of SpongeBob. Schlatt's crimes in 99. 2001. The invasion of Iraq. The global financial crisis. The death of Harambe. Australia catching fire. The virus. And it's still with us today to watch fucking TikTok.
I love that for them. We'll beat his age. Should we sing happy birthday to Bob? They've seen more plagues than us. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. They're kind of like, obviously they're not immortal, but 500 years is crazy work. Yeah, happy 500th birthday. Okay, well, the beginning of the series was a little rocky, a little bumpy, but the ending, there's a lot, okay, the shark, he's just an old guy. He's just a calm little guy. Nothing crazy. Doesn't shoot blood from his eyes. Doesn't poop all over the place, but Bob's the oldest we've found, but estimates say they could live up to 800. Oh, dang, they could live up even older? Dang, well, hopefully, I'm assuming there aren't like too many of them, right? Okay, I'm actually going to hide this for a second, because I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. Let me get my music really quick so I can put it on. I actually don't have it ready. Hopefully it doesn't blast your eardrums. Okay, so I'm gonna put on the BR back screen really quickly because I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break. And then we get back, we'll have Real Things I've Seen as a Paramedic and the depressing reality of being a small cat. So we got 2 more to go. I will be right back. Give me literally 2 minutes. Okay, we're back. Okay, I'm back. I see that small cat video. You're a documentary. It's messed up. That's messed up. Wait, did I not put it on loop? I'm a dingus. You guys have been sitting here in silence the entire time. Lamau.
I'm not even surprised.
Rip of Music 07. I forgot to put it on loop. You can tell I'm used to not putting it on. I'm glad you guys heard it once and only once. It went for a while, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's like 3 minutes, but it just ended when you got back. Oh, good thing I pee really quickly. Music literally just cut out. You said hi again. You're good. Oh, phew. Okay, dingus. I didn't put it on loop. Wouldn't be a year stream without some scuff. Yeah, I only forgot one thing this morning, so there has to be some kind of scuff. Okay, I don't have a Twitch. Wait, what happened? We weren't sitting in silence at all. Okay, whew. Power P. I'm fast. Okay, I'm fast. A real paramedic, so I love watching this guy and relate. Yeah, he does a really good job doing them too. Jingle Bells was originally... Okay, I also try and look at the notes too. So if it's in like the middle of the video, I usually forget what it is because I'm usually trying to like respond to the video, but I think I've done 2 of these so far. This is real things I've seen as a paramedic. So we got some Christmas stuff in here. Let's go. I can't wait to see it because this, I also have been suggested a lot of times to see like what happens afterwards, and I'm gonna do those eventually as well. I just want to make sure I'm not watching what happens afterwards before I see a lot of the clips. So we're gonna watch a lot of the clips and then we'll see like what happens afterwards with a lot of them. This guy always makes me forget he's just one person acting all this out. Oh, he's so good. Don't forget to subscribe. It's what is it? The Fire Department Chronicles. Subscribe. Oh my god, I'm not subscribed. Oh, I'm on my alt account. Never mind. I was like, oh my god, I'm not subscribed, but I am. Okay, we're good. All right, let's go.
Can somebody go for a diabetic? Yeah, he's right
Actually, I'm gonna turn off the closed captions. I hope you guys don't mind.
over there. Oh, crap. Can you go check his sugar? Okay. Come on, Xbox. How long has he been like that? I don't know, man. And who cares, dude?
But I think I've seen this one too, because remember the kid ripping it open, call for diabetic. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think this guy's doing okay.
He's always doing crap like that. And personally, I think he's doing it for attention. Peanut butter. His blood sugar's 20. Okay, just give him some D50. Oh, sucks. Thanks a lot, Grandpa. What am I gonna do with these? What is wrong with this world?
A lot. There's a lot. There's a lot wrong. Is 20 low? I don't actually know. I'm assuming because he's kind of just not with it. But can anyone add on to that? Is like, what is the normal range that you want to be for blood sugar? Because obviously it's not 20. Obviously it is not 20. 20 you wouldn't be conscious anymore. That's probably why he was like all over the place. Then that's dangerous. 20 is too high. No, 20 is too low. You want to be in 60 to 100. Have you checked the Where Are They series now? I was just saying before, I'll check those once I watch a little more of them because I just don't want to be spoiled. But I have been suggesting them a lot of times and I will get to it, I promise. 20 is dangerously low. Huh. Yeah, a frick ton of stuff is wrong. Below 50 is life-threatening? So how is this guy, like, I mean, he's being super calm here, but I'd be freaking out. He used to hate getting socks for Christmas, but as I get older, all I want is more socks. You real for that? Health should be about 60 to 120. That's... Oh, I hope the guy was okay. I guess we'll find out if he explains it, but that's... Oof. And the people around him just not caring is... Oh my god.
So you don't have any pain anywhere? I mean, not really, dude. Maybe a little bit of head pain. Okay, and what made you call 911? Yeah, I called because something isn't right, man. We were upstairs partying, having a great time, and then all of a sudden he's missing, and 2 hours later we find him outside roaming around like a zombie. Yeah, that is strange, and you don't remember why you were outside at all? No, but it was probably because of all of the beers, man. I do not need to go to the hospital. I think I might know why he doesn't remember anything. Yeah, you're definitely going to the hospital.
Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, okay, I thought he was, like, rolling around the dirt, but yeah, that would be it. Would be a lot quicker to list how much is right than listing what's wrong. Side of maturity is appreciative good socks, real. 20 is a serious risk of hypoglycemic coma. Oh, brain trauma for the win. Yeah, imagine just not keeping track of someone and then just being like, yeah, no, something didn't happen. I also saw the sign in the background. What did it say? If you can't remember, did it really happen? Yeah, considering he's covered in like dirt, which is pretty nice to notice, but yeah, you wouldn't be like, hey, obviously you forgot what just happened the past 2 hours. Maybe we should check in on him. Maybe not. Okay.
Oh, sir, you gotta stop looking at it. It's not gonna make you feel any better. How am I not supposed to look at it, man? There's a pull stick sticking out of my leg. God, listen, I completely understand, but once I give you a little morphine, you'll... Hey, so what are the chances that you can move this ambulance so I can get my car out and get down to the gym? Are you serious? Yeah, man, I already took my pre-workout, so I'm pretty jacked up, ready to go. You know, You know what, man? Forget about it. You're obviously busy, you know, so I'm just gonna sit in my car. I can't believe that just happened. That actually happens a lot more than you'd imagine. Oh, God.
That's crazy work. I wouldn't even think to open the ambulance door. Brain trauma, if I remember what happens. Was it really that bad? I don't remember my 20s, so I should tell people I'm 19 right. No. The general public, yeah. I don't understand bro thinks he's the main character. Like, oh, I need to go work out. Can you move? Like, least inconsiderate gym bro. It's kind of, oh, these people exist. They can vote and raise kids. It just blows my mind. Like, there's an ambulance here. They're not here for fun. He's not here for fun. Not even Off-Brand. Off-Brand is very respectful. He would never. So if you don't close that door, you're going to need an ambulance. He's wasting more time leaving the door open and having a conversation, being like, oh, yeah, maybe can you move it? Then, like, hello? You said it happens more often. I'm sure a lot of people ask them to move their car to get out of the way. It's literally an emergency service. Like, hello? The gym bro NPC dialogue was nuts. I would like to say I'm shocked, but I'm honestly not, because some people are just... some people are just... I don't even know how to explain it. Not okay.
Hello, did somebody call 911? Oh, dude, please help me, man, but my freaking colon's exploding. What's exploding? My colon, man. I've been stuck in this toilet for the last 2 hours, crapping my freaking brains out, and I really need you to help me stop it. Sir, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that I can do for that. I mean, do you know what you ate last? I don't know, man. Maybe a couple bags of prunes? I'm sorry, did you say a couple bags of prunes? Yeah, I mean, maybe 4 bags. Sir, do you know how much fiber is in 4 bags of prunes? Enough to make my colon explode? Enough to make your colon explode for a while longer. Huh. Hello?
Yeah. When he's, 4 bags of prunes. Yeah, well, I mean, that's one way to, I guess, lose some weight. Yup. So a video of a Karen yelling at the paramedic to move their ambulance since they happen to block her car at a Taco Bell. Bro, just go into the Taco Bell and eat. It's not that difficult. Like, you're stuck there anyway. What are you gonna do? But yeah, not 4 prunes, 4 bags of prunes, which, that's a lot. Yeah, so he's gonna be stuck there for the rest of the night. 07. The bright side, his colon will be empty. He definitely should be hydrating, right? Get that man some water. He should be hydrating because his entire body is being expelled right now. That poor toilet. I hope there's no one else in the house that has to use the toilet. Better order food, be there for a while. Yeah, he probably needs food after this and lots of like water and electrolytes, because he's gonna be there a while. I'm always surprised about the videos of ambulances stuck in traffic in the US. I mean, I guess I don't really see it too much, but it just depends. Like, the city's horrendous, but that's just the city. Of course, you're an expert on toilet topic. Hello. The smell, yeah, no, that's probably not good. It's one way to get a cleanse, I guess. Holy chocolate milk. Not the smartest way, but yeah.
Fire rescue, somebody called for an allergic reaction? Yeah, I called. I guess he accidentally ate some shrimp inside of a dip and obviously had a reaction. Okay, and how you feeling now, sir? Oh, I feel great now. I just, there was a moment when he gave me that epi through my vein that I wasn't exactly sure what was gonna happen. Wait, epi through your vein? Well, I wasn't exactly happy with his blood pressure after I gave him epi sub-Q and a little bit of Benadryl, so I gave him a little push pressor epi. And how did that go? All right, sir. That might make you feel a little bit funny. It was terrifying. I definitely peed myself. I bet.
Aren't you supposed to put an EpiPen through like the upper thigh? Yeah, I was trained to use it. Okay, trained. I was briefly told in case of emergency how to use an EpiPen. Don't you like stab it into the upper thigh, let it sit for 2 seconds? Why would they put it in the vein? No doctor on the epi goes in the vein. Yeah, like I feel like that's not common knowledge, but pretty well-known knowledge. Not into the vein, goes into muscle flesh, not vein. No wonder why his heart went cuckoo bananas. Top tip, don't do that. Yeah, the fatty part of the thigh. Yeah. Okay, I was like, in his vein, I've never heard of that before, but like, you're supposed to hold it for 10 seconds in the thigh. Yeah. And then you kind of like hold the area for a little bit. Yeah. Legit reasons to give intravenous epinephrine, but those are limited. I've never even heard an EpiPen ever into the veins. Ever. That gives me the heebie-jeebies. You stabbed in the upper thigh. I know I was stabbed. My older happy sister who stabbed me. I took EpiPen training just in case, because we had to be just in case. There was a couple people that had EpiPens in like the nurse's office. So there's a couple times they had to re-show us every year how to use it. And I was always afraid because there was a story of they did it usually within like teams. So they did there was one person training them and they did it in teams. And they have these like test EpiPens. And I've been terrified to do the test EpiPen since then, where you're supposed to practice using the EpiPen on yourself and there's no needle that shoots out, right? Because you're supposed to how to use the button. You stab it down, then you press the button, then you wait 10 seconds, then you like massage the area for a little bit, and then you're good. Yeah, one of the teachers, not me, got an not practice one. So, they stab themselves with an EpiPen. So whenever that happens, I make sure I check it before I test it out, because I'm always afraid it's going to be an actual EpiPen. I don't know how one of the non-test ones got in there, but yeah, I remember the teacher telling me, and she was like, yeah, it was not a good time, and then the place wouldn't even get her, like, a taxi to pay for it, so she had to call an Uber on her own. How? I genuinely have no idea. Unless they somehow mixed it in, and then didn't think when they passed them out, or just said, like, how here's a practice one, but don't actually use it. I don't know how they messed up so bad. Sorry, sounds like one of the shorts. Yeah, it was just in my workplace. Yippee! Russian roulette with EpiPens. That's why whenever I get the training, I check the test one and then I redo it to make sure there's no needle in it, because that would scare me. Could never inject myself. Then again, if my throat is closing, I think I'm gonna do it to save my life. Oh yeah, you'd probably have like a fight response that you would just be like, gotta do it. If she wasn't awake, she'd be awake after that. I mean, she literally went to the hospital. I don't know what happened after that, because it was before I started working there, but it was actually terrifying. Intravenous epinephrine is used in case of extreme hypotension, low blood pressure, or a septic shock. It sucks, but it can save your life. Oh, okay. Better than the story we heard the other day where they literally shut off your heart to like restart it. Died back in 2021 after the report. They told me the meds they used to bring him back was like 2 milligrams of 2 milligrams, and they didn't feel a pulse. That's terrifying. How you tell the difference between a test pen and a real one? Usually it has test literally written on the side. And I think there's different colors. I know there's different colors of EpiPens because there's different doses. But they're pretty much like exactly like an EpiPen, but it usually has like a sticker on the side or some kind of text writing that says test. So honestly, I don't even blame them for not realizing it wasn't a test one, because it looked exactly like the EpiPen, because for the training you want it. Very small amount to bring the heart back. They had to shock it 2 times. It was crazy. Yeah, that's actually terrifying. That is genuinely terrifying. Yeah.
Dude, fish tacos are gonna taste so good, man. I know, man. I'm stoked, dude.
Hey, well, where do you guys think you're going?
To the grocery
Wait, I think I've seen this one too. This guy was just like a jerk.
store to grab some food.
And you're just gonna leave this truck running?
Yes?
Really? So you guys think it's okay to leave this giant meat wagon running, gobbling up tons of fuel that my tax dollars are paying for, while you two go inside and do your Betty Crocker shopping?
Whoa. Sir, we can just shut it off if that'll make you feel better.
Make me feel better? You know what's gonna make me feel better? When I fly home tomorrow and write a letter to your chief.
Sir, you do realize that if you don't live in this city, your tax dollars don't go towards our services, right?
Yeah, of course I knew that.
Sure you did.
Dude.
I don't know why people feel... Yeah, it's literally just a male Karen. I think I said that on the last one I reacted to this too, but like, why? Or maybe I just saw this in my own time, but why would you complain about it? Just, they're gonna be there for 2 seconds. Be more afraid of someone taking the truck to leave the keys in the environment. That's fair. I would not trust keys in a car. Yeah, because you don't know what type of hooligans coming over and trying to take the keys or something. Yeah, that's true. That would be terrifying. Imagine they go in to go get their fish tacos and they come out and the truck's just gone. Or that male Karen would have been like, I'm just gonna move it. That would be terrifying. Remember times I've dealt with these people? Unfortunately, these people are pretty rampant. Unfortunately. Better leave a diesel engine running than start and stopping all the time. I mean, if they're just grabbing tacos, I feel like it wouldn't be an issue anyway. It takes like, what, 10 minutes? Like, it doesn't take forever for them to just grab them, run them, and then run back out. They're on limited time anyway. Male Karens are willing to become Kevin or Ken. I used to see Kevin use most often. I've never seen that before. Plus, with fire trucks, all the electronics tend to work off the engine, so restarting after turning the engine takes potentially life-saving time. Yeah, I was gonna say, they maybe have like 5 to 10 minutes. Like, what if an emergency pops up? Pretty sure if they're in the area, I mean, it's not safe to leave a car anywhere, because anyone could. This male Karen could have done it. Like, he could have literally been like, this truck's in my way, I'm just gonna move it. And, like, obviously, that's stealing a car, so... I could have seen this guy trying to do it. Some people are just allergic to mind their own business, especially the butts they love to give an opinion when they don't have anything useful. Yeah, I just think the funny part is they caught him like, your tax dollars don't go to us because you're in a different area. Some people are just dinguses, I swear.
Hey, sir, did you call for a strange smell in your house?
Yeah. We're moving all the stuff inside for the hurricane, and then like an hour ago, the whole house started smelling like crap.
That is weird. Do you have anything that runs on gas?
No, not that I know of.
Hey, Cap. I think I figured out where the smell was coming from.
Holy crap, we left the gas on?
Yeah, and it looks like you dumped the whole tank into the house, man. You're really lucky.
I mean, I wouldn't say we're lucky. I was planning on grilling in the house if the power went out, but now we don't have any gas.
Are you serious? Oh, yeah, man. I have an amazing burger recipe. You guys should come back by after the hurricane. You and I need to have a really long talk.
I was gonna say, I hear this in the background. How do you mess up that bad? That's why they're outside normally. Oh my, these people exist, they pay taxes to vote. It blows my mind. I feel like I knew this as a kid because they're like, oh, you have to make sure you shut, like, imagine if he turned on the stove or like went to go light a cigarette or something. That'd be so bad. So much to explain that guy. I feel like it's not taught in schools, but I feel like parents tell you these things. Like, always make sure it turns it off because it could start a fire. Like, don't have it indoors. That's why we have it outside. Like, I feel like I've remember asking, being like, why can't we just barbecue indoors? Because, like, it's not safe. It's the Darwin Award nomination stuff right there. Saved himself from carbon monoxide poisoning by actually pumping propane into his house. Yeah, but that's still really bad. That's just one of those things where I feel like you just know it. I don't know. That's so dangerous. I can't even wrap my head around it. Okay.
Sir, please stop rubbing your eyes. You're just gonna make the pepper spray burn worse. Why isn't the milk working, man? I poured like half a gallon on my face.
Stop complaining, man. At least you didn't pee all over yourself when you got blasted in the leg with a taser.
What would possess you two to test out pepper spray and a taser on each other?
We wanted to see which one was worse, man. And once again, I can say without a doubt, I'd rather douse myself in urine and take a lightning bolt to the face than ever deal with this crap again.
Wait, again?
How many times have you guys done this to each other? 3? No, this is the 4th time. You did pepper spray last time. Have you guys ever considered not reproducing?
Oh my gosh. Can I have one of his burgers? I mean, I bet his burgers are good, but like, men being men, I would never want to spray myself in the eyes with, I don't know why I was just gonna say pepper sauce, but with pepper spray, or shock myself with a taser. Tasers are the only temporary. The only thing I would be concerned about is the barbs embedded in your skin over the pain of pepper spray. You know, I never thought about that before with the barbs in there. That would also be an issue, yeah. There's 2 infinite truths in this world, universe and the human stupidity, and I don't know about the universe. 4 times, like, imagine doing it once. Hey, Yura, can you think of why women tend to live longer than men? Nah, nothing's coming to mind, Minty. No, I can't think of anything. So everything, people can't be dumb or someone just one-up someone today. Doing it once, I could understand for, like, trying to see how it feels. I think they do that with, like, police training and stuff, right? They, like, tase to see how it feels. But 4 times? I feel like you just like the pain at that point. I got tased a few times when I arrested for streaking in 2021. Strider, the barbs can only be taken out by paramedics and police. Are there tasers that don't have the barbs? Like, it's like a personal one? I don't know. Seemed like a good idea at the time, because men like to have fun. We're here for a fun time, not a long time. I don't think extreme pain is a fun time. I'm gonna be honest. Call me a little cowardice, but I mean, that does not sound like a fun time. I'd rather, I don't know, go for a hike or something. In order to have a taser, you must be hit by one. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Those barbs will have teeth that latch in. So he tased himself, so we have to get it about by the paramedic anyway. Personal ones usually don't shoot out. Yeah, it was a crazy time. Okay, I didn't think personal ones had them. Sorry, streaking Strider, what the frick? Yeah, exactly. Getting pepper sprayed is worse. The pain could last for hours, whereas the taste only for a long time as the electricity flows through. Yeah, I kind of got those vibes from this, but that's probably why the guy who got tasered this time didn't use the pepper spray this time. That's, yeah, things I would never want to do. Part 2, here we go.
All right, sir, so we're gonna stabilize your leg and then we're gonna get you on the backboard, okay? I just can't believe this happened. Really? Because I'm pretty sure I told you swinging face down was a bad idea, man. How was I supposed to know that my foot would hit the ground when I was swinging back and turn my leg into a human freaking question mark? Actually, it's more of a V, if anything. Which is not important right now. Anyway, sir, we're gonna splint your leg so we can package you up and get you going down to the hospital, okay? Okay, honestly, I'm just hoping it's not broken. It's broken, isn't it? Yes. Oh, yeah. It's a V. All right, sir.
How could you think your leg isn't broken? Whenever I see people get tasered and pass out movies, like, not realistic at all. I mean, unless you just freak out from it. I love knowing to see if I have gum on my boot. Optimistic dude. I mean, the swinging thing, sure, it seems like fine, but like this sheer optimism that man had is inspiring. Yeah, it's not broken. It's just I could see the bottom of my shoe for no reason. Nah, it's probably just slap a band-aid on it. Like, what? Hello? How? I mean, he's probably not feeling it because adrenaline, I'm assuming. It's dislocated, I swear. Yeah, just pop it back in place. Good as new. Okay. This poor... Okay, paramedics, I've said it before. I'll say it again. And firefighters, I don't know how you do it. You don't get paid enough because this is actually insane work. The mental blockage your brain does when the body suffers trauma goes crazy. Yeah, I mean, because if you felt that amount of pain, I've never broken a bone, but I can only imagine how much pain he is going through right now with his entire leg just bent up towards him. Yeah. Ow. Ow.
Sir, can you please just open your door so I can help you? Hey, I thought he was having neck pain after a car accident. Yeah, that's what he told dispatch, but now he won't open his door so I can assess him. It's weird. Sir, how fast were you guys going? I don't know, man. 1 mile per hour? I mean, we backed into each other coming out of our
I've seen
driveway.
this one too.
There's not even any damage on the car. Okay, that's really straight. Hey, I just saw his eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the only way I think we're gonna be able to get him out is to take the roof off of his car. I'm sorry, sir. It looks like my door lock's working now. Hi. Sir, can you...
Yeah. See, one thing dealing with people who do stupid things, this is just insane. Fraud, yeah. Yeah, dislocated joints are incredibly uncomfortable. I mean, it's completely snapped in half. Insurance fraud goes burr, and he was going 1 mile per hour. Broken my wrist on several occasions, once with a rusted nail piercing during football practice, so you had to go get a tetanus shot then. Because that's terrifying. What did they think was going to happen? They wouldn't try to treat his neck? Or like, they just think they'd leave him in there for hours and walk away? Like, hello? Yeah, this guy didn't think this one through. You can only fake being asleep for so long.
911. Hey, my tooth hurts. Okay, what would you like me to do for that? Take me down to the hospital. You want me to take you down to the hospital for a sore tooth? You know they're not gonna do anything, right? Yes, they will. They'll pull it out. No, they don't. Yes, they will. They pulled a bunch of my friend's teeth out. No, they didn't. Yes, they will. If I don't take you now, you're just gonna call me back later, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
But why wouldn't he go to a dentist and... I mean, I guess they could, but yeah, ambulance is not a taxi service. Your tooth hurts. I understand your tooth being in pain, but just go yourself. Teeth needed, $30 each tooth fairy. At least you'd have to pay for the $600 ride. Yeah, why would you take an ambulance anyway? It'd be expensive. Doesn't have dental insurance. It's probably cheaper to go to the dentist to pull it out than to take an ambulance and have the emergency room do it, no? Work at the hospital and pressure sores are really horrible. Yeah, but like, just get an emergency dentist appointment and be like, I literally can't eat. I can't, it's emergency. I feel like they'd have to squeeze you in, no? Just gonna keep harassing me until I take you. Guess we're going then? It's actually insane work. I want to know what's going through the minds of these people sometimes. I always told my mom if I got a shot, I wanted her to take me in a car over an ambulance. Oh yeah, 100%. That's what a lot of people just do. Because taking an actual ambulance is just silly. In Australia, ambulances are free here. They don't charge you for driving to hospital. Is he? He's not based in Australia, though, is he? Because this doesn't sound anything like it would be in America. Not at all. Because I've seen people literally, like that guy with his foot bent backwards and be like, no, I'll just take an Uber. Depending on jurisdiction, calling an ambulance without a valid reason is a misdemeanor, can be a felony. I mean, he has pain, but yeah, I don't think for teeth. I think he's in the US, especially the trucks themselves. Unless this guy just has, like, you know, fuck you money. Some strange stuff. Wait, there's an Aussie here. I believe this guy lives in Florida. I was gonna say. He's been talking about America's bad ambulance service. I wouldn't call 911 unless it was genuinely an emergency and I was, like, about to, like... don't fade away, you know? If he's in Florida, that explains a lot. Yeah, Florida would explain it.
Fire rescue, what's going on? I have no clue, man. We were 30 minutes into our run and he started doing that. Go check him out. Sir, stay right there. And this just started happening out of nowhere. You should really stop moving, sir. It's okay, I'm a grasshopper. Yeah, I mean, he's on a bit of a water deficit right now, trying to lose weight for a wedding. And this morning, he strapped on a trash bag to try to lose the last 15 pounds or so. And then all of a sudden, I'm running with a baby deer. Oh, no. Get the ice packs. Okay. Have you ever seen your friend naked before? No, why? Because you're about to. Fire rescue.
Oh, my goodness. I've had a call and had to take a guy for popping a pimple to the hospital. Huh? Especially the bath salts and other meds. What the heck? Ambulance ride usually between $800 to $2,000. Yeah, ambulance is expensive here. Walk it off, man. I don't know. Why is he doing that? I don't know. He hasn't had water in a couple days. Like, and he's running. Yeah, heat stroke plus dehydration, fun. I thought someone would just pass out, but... they just kind of lose all control, put them ice packs on them fast, yeah, and get an IV probably, drink lots of water. God, that's terrifying. I never knew this would happen though. Dehydration cramps and heat stroke. Dehydration cramps. Oh. Well, thankfully I've never been dehydrated that much, but whew. I was in a bad car crash in the mountains in high school. I had to get life flighted out. That was expensive even with insurance. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Heat stroke messes with your brain. Oh. Yeah, Pedialyte. Something with electrolytes. Something. Or IV. I mean, they obviously have to rip off the, he said he had garbage bags on him or something. Again, the people amaze me.
So you guys were trying to see who could throw the chain the farthest, and when you let it go, it got stuck in your finger?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's through the bone.
Which technically means I won.
Really, dude, you're gonna do that right now. Listen, Edward Chain's hands, rules are rules, bro.
Edward Chains. You know what? I'm gonna pull this chain out right now.
Oh, no, you're not. Once it's in your body, it stays in your body.
Wait. Like it's gonna be in there forever? No, we leave it in there until they can x-ray it down at the hospital and figure out how to remove it safely. I'm sorry, I think you mean MRI, not x-ray. An MRI is much faster. Yeah, an MRI would definitely speed up the removal process. So you guys were...
Because it's the magnet thing that rips it out, right? Yeah, ugh. Ooh, would I have to cut clothes off, put IV in water, check heart? Yeah, I was gonna say, when he's like, oh, you're gonna see your friend naked. Using a trash bag to lose weight doesn't work. All you're losing is water weight that's gained back very easily. Yeah, I don't know why he would do that with water. I mean, in Czechia, it's something better to call an ambulance if it's bad because they take you sooner than others if you arrive by yourself, especially if elderly relatives. Oh, no, in case of an actual emergency, I think it's important. Like, if something was really happening, I need to get there quicker, 100% I would take an ambulance, don't care about the money. Like, I'd rather spend the money and get there and save my life than just wing it and take it by car. What was the advice Robert Downey Jr. gave to Ben Stiller in Tropic Thunder? I don't know. He's got a point. The MRI will definitely get it out quicker. Yeah, I'll just yoink it right out with the finger. Giant magnet no metal allowed in the room while it's on. Yeah, that's kind of an oh, SpaghettiOs. MRI can definitely get it off quicker. Go through an MRI, be my friend. Yeah, imagine they're just like, all right, your suggestion. Thankfully, they would have to, I'm sure they told him, like, yeah, no, you don't want to do this. The magnetic resonance imaging, that will sure get the metal out quick. Yeah, that would rip it right out. Smart reminder, if something gets stuck, don't just rip it out, because that's really bad.
We're good to go, guys.
Dude, I'm telling you, you're overreacting. All right, so you said your chest was hurting? Yeah, but it was just my ribs a little bit. Okay, well, listen, I'm sure it's fine, but we'll get you down to the hospital and get you checked out anyways, okay?
See, I told you we didn't need to call 911. It was just a little belly flop, dude.
Wait, belly flop? I thought you said your chest started hurting when you were swimming. Yeah, I might have forgot to mention the part where they dared me to dive off of the bridge.
Which bridge?
The big one.
Dude, that's like 80 feet.
Oh, now tell them the part where you passed out. Mama.
Guys, get back here. We're good to go, guys.
Oh my gosh. Okay, with friends like this dude who needs enemies, how do you be like, you just jumped off 80 feet bridge and now you passed out and you want to go to the hospital? Like, what? Hitting water 80 feet is like hitting concrete, something they tell you when to go inside the Coast Guard. Yeah, when he said his chest started hurting, my immediate thought was concrete. I don't know why. A trauma, STEMI, stroke call will get you in the ER, bed quickly. Everything else, you're in the waiting room to be seen. Yeah. Internal bleeding possible. I was waiting for him to like lift up his shirt and see like a giant line of like bruising or something already. The third type of patient, the one that doesn't tell you important information on the call. Well, also his quote-unquote friend is just making fun of him for, like, what? Like, 80 feet to do a belly flop into water? Surprised he made it. Lucky I wasn't caught jumping off the bridge because it's illegal for me to do so. Oh, yeah, do not jump off bridges. Don't do that. If you're high up enough, you want to throw something before you for jumping off something high, I just wouldn't jump off something that high. I wouldn't do it. That seems like not a good time. That seems like a straight trip to the hospital.
Fire rescue, hello?
Hey, man. Hey. Hey.
Oh, hey.
What do you want, man? Shut up.
What do I want?
Somebody called and said there was somebody in cardiac arrest here.
And is there? Wouldn't you like to know? Dude, wait! What? Is somebody dead or not? I'm dead. On the inside. Get alive!
There's nobody dead inside, bro. He's just crazy and likes to mess with you guys. That makes sense.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, huh? Is Freddy just a belly flop that he should do it himself? I mean, he's gonna see he's going to the hospital really quick. Why is he wearing a lampshade? I don't know. Good old crazy people. But here's the problem. If those crazy people call you over and over and over, you still have to respond to each one, right? Like, obviously the guy's fine, so he did a wellness check, but what if he just doesn't realize? You could be arrested for that, right? If you do it over and over, I'm assuming? Even if they're, like, not there altogether? It just seems like not a good time. Like, yep, can't not respond. Yeah, I was gonna say, because what if there actually is an emergency and you don't show up? Yep, it's a crime. You could be arrested for wasting their time. I mean, this time it seems like he didn't, but eventually charge you for wasting their time. Okay, I was gonna say, because that's kind of messed up if they just call you over and over and over and it's nothing.
So why are you laying on the table like that?
Because both of my livers are swollen.
Do you mean both of your lungs? Because you only have one liver.
Did I say lungs, EMT boy? Both of my livers are swollen and laying on the table helps with the gas.
Gas? Should have saw that coming.
Oh, so good.
All right, I assume you want to ride down to the hospital?
Why the heck else would I call you, bro?
Fair enough. You call, we haul. So why are you laying on?
Huh. EMT boy? Yeah. Imagine calling someone to get you to a hospital and calling them the EMT boy. You call, we haul. They should put that on the side of the ambulances. They should. Classic my livers are swollen. I'm still perplexed what he's trying to get at here. Livers? I don't, okay. Maybe he'll have one of these, like, where are they now type of thing to explain it. But maybe I'm just being silly and he's just saying the wrong body part. You call, we haul. I guess it's a saying, like, protect and serve from police. Huh? Hi, I'm an Easter egg. Oh, yeah, I was going to say that, too. I saw it in the background. Hi, I'm an Easter egg, and literally just a blue egg. Sounds like a simple bad case of gas, but still you call. I mean, if it's really bad to the point where you can't move around, I would make sure that whatever you did this time, that does not happen again. Like, maybe cut back on the broccoli and beans or something. They really need to make you call, we haul the emergency service slogan. Yeah. But with money, EMT boy need to drive downtown, make it quick. Yeah, that's so, like, undermining them. Like, hello? They're trying to help you and bring you to the hospital. Not even the worst understanding of human biology from a patient. I'm sure it's not. I always think of that, the Dr. House episode with the lady using the inhaler. That one always gets me, like, yeah, of course I'm using that inhaler correctly. And she just sprays it on her neck. And I'm just like, that's the epitome of, that's why I always ask how to use things. I always feel like I'm doing it wrong. You've been called Meal on Wheels before? Meal on Reels? That's messed up. One of the worst pains I felt was bad gas. I get it. Yeah, but, like, to go to the hospital? Was it lupus? No. I didn't go through formal education to be called an EMT boy. Yeah, I feel like that's really just nasty. That's not nice.
Hey, Jim, you better get that golf swing down.
Excuse me, sir, did you call 911?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay, so what's going on with... Sir? Sir, wait, are you the patient?
Me? No.
Then where are they?
He's down the street, about 12 houses on the left.
Why are we here? I figured I would give you guys this address, and then you kind of figure it out from there, right? Right? We're in a simulation.
We have to be in a simulation. Hey, Jim.
What? Or, like, if you don't know the exact address, why don't you be like, oh, yeah, it's down here a little bit. I don't know the address. Like, huh? Just walks away? That... Why would you make their job more difficult? I don't understand. Why are people like this? Again, once again, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that people are like this, but it's corn. If you're not from right here, right somewhere around here, like 12 houses down on the left, like what? either you give them the address and they go there, or like, hey, I'm not sure where it is, but I'm on the way over there if you want to start heading over, and then I'll give you the actual address. Like, he's doing the right thing, but also should have said something about needing to go down for a bit. Yeah, like, if you don't know the exact house number, then that's fine, but at least he was friendly. He could have said that instead of just walking away. The disrespect towards people who literally have your life in their hands always astounds me. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not gonna go out of my way completely for a stranger, but sometimes it's like someone who's trying to do their job, but EMTs ain't self-driving cars. Yeah, because now he has to get back into the car, drive 12 houses down, find the house, get everything back out. We have numbers on lampposts that call centers ask for. So yeah, we don't have that over here. We just have house numbers and apartment numbers and stuff. So like, I can understand not knowing where it is, but how would you also know it's 12 houses down that something's happening? Unless it was like a noise complaint, but you wouldn't call an ambulance for that. That seems just kind of silly.
All right, so you flipped off your bike and hit your head, but you have no pain anywhere.
Oh yeah, I feel fine.
Okay, and you remember everything.
Yeah, bike, bush, asphalt, you.
All right. What was your name, sir?
Huh.
Huh?
Oh, Jimmy.
Let me see that.
Yeah, of course.
What's your last name, Jimmy?
Bakerson.
Yeah, you're definitely going to the hospital. All right, so you...
Yeah, well, I'm glad he caught that at least. Yeah. 12 houses down is like 3 or 4 blocks in a suburb. Yeah, I was gonna say 12 houses down is kind of crazy. Yes, is not good. Yeah, imagine just forgetting your name. At least he had something to check it, but he needs to be checked out. I don't know. Someone who's fallen off a bike multiple times, or remember what was it again, or write my name. It's kind of important. At least he knew to ask the right questions. Massive concussion and brain bleed. To be fair, if the bike looked like that from a bush and the person looked like that, I'd be like, yeah, let's just get you checked out anyway. I think, don't they usually ask like a bunch of questions like, what day of the week is it? What year are we in? Who's the president? Yada, yada. Like they generally ask those questions to make sure everyone's like, okay. It's always weird to see a skit like this and hear my first name. Oh no. One of the few things I remember from my car accident is the guy asking my address and I couldn't tell him. Oh no. See, people ask me questions, and because I have like such bad anxiety, sometimes I forget. So like I'll turn to Tetra for things, but it's random things like I feel like I don't know on the regular. Like I don't know. Obviously I know like my social security number, but sometimes I have to like think about it before I use it. And I'm like, I just want to double check because sometimes I feel like I mix up the numbers. But like I don't know my dad's phone number off the top of my head, and I probably should, just in case of emergency. I know my phone number, I know Tetra's phone number, but like I don't know my dad's off the top of my head, and I probably should. What color's your wife's Tesla? What? I mean, that's so silly. It would have to be generalized questions, but yeah, like what's the license plate? I don't have my license plate memorized, so like that's something I'd have to do. I'd have to like think about it and like get a paper. I know what you mean. You're a me when a girl asks me for my phone number. Thanks, you too. There's one time where I was in class and the classmate asked for my phone number so we could like work in the group, and I accidentally gave her Tetra's. And then she's like, did you get the message? And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, oh, I think I gave you my wife's number. My bad. What's your mom's maiden name? I mean, I know that one, but I have to think about my grandmother's maiden name a lot of the times because it's just not something I normally use. Not remembered any phone numbers since the mid-90s when I got my first mobile phone. Yeah, I know my old house phone. And I know my phone number, but I sometimes mix it up with Tetra's, and I don't know why. It's just literally just one of those things. General questions, what is today? What did you do today? Well, that's another problem, too, because sometimes I just lose track of what day of the week it is, because I kind of do, like, a lot of the same stuff over and over. Like, I'll wake up, have coffee, feed the cats, you know, do dishes, clean up a little bit, sit down, Tetra stream. So, like, it's very monotonous. It's just like, sometimes I just forget what day it is unless I have something planned, or like I'll look up my phone. So that one would throw me off sometimes.
911, it's off. What's off? It's off. Holy, yeah, I was trying to remove his catheter, but it wasn't coming out, so I started to help. And then I realized that the cuff wasn't deflated. But not until I pulled really hard. Way too hard. Wait, hold on, guys. Let's take a breath. I mean, there's no way that it's that. Holy manhood, it's that bad. Can it be fixed? God, I hope so.
Okay, one, I didn't know you could a catheter could just yoink. Yeah. Yep. That's ow. That's ow. Even any catheter, any ow. If not done right there, yeah. I feel like you should they forgot to deflate it. I didn't even know there's a part to deflate. The bobbin catheter showed up the wrong time. Great timing. That was a mistake. Oh, even I don't even have a PP, but like thinking about how catheters work in general would freak me out. I wouldn't want to. Oh, ooh, youch. Yeah, I'm sorry. So I always try to make sure the balloon is deflated before we take it out. I didn't even know there's a balloon part to it. Watch a patient rip it out and immediately call cold because blood started spraying. That's terrifying. Yeah, I didn't know that could happen. Okay. Yeah, it's inflated to keep it from slipping out. Oh. Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Okay. I don't know why I would never need to use one. I'd rather just go on myself before I use one. Yeah, I mean, the problem is if you just can't control it and it's constant, they're gonna give you one anyway. Kind of like fun little fact, when giving birth, apparently they also use a catheter, so can't wait. Yippee! Hooray! I can't wait. And wouldn't you like pulling on it? Wouldn't you feel the pain and be like, something's not right? It's like a little balloon that keeps the tube in your bladder. I just rather keep it in and be like, we'll just wait it out. No, just don't rip it out. I will not touch anything. I don't like needles. And don't look at her being excited. Don't worry, I'll share my story later. Like I said, the guy survived, so it's all good. I hope everything was in order after this, yeah. Giving birth, all the fun of bodily fluids, miracle of life. Yippee! Hooray! I'm learning so many new fun things. Hooray! If he doesn't want to come out, do not force it out. That, and I feel like the nurse taking care of him would have, like, should have known that and been like, hey, don't touch it. Because I feel like that's something you just know. Epidural needles are huge, by the way. Yippee! Hooray! I can't wait. Oftentimes my patients who are recovering from alcohol abuse, I have to watch out because they can rip it out without feeling any pain. Probably slip the mind, it happens. Yeah, but like if you were tugging on it and there's like extreme pain, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna go pull it more. See nurses get covered and pass out. Oh God. Oh, can't wait. Oh God.
How you doing, sir? Did you call 911? Yeah, there's a cat stuck in my engine. I'm sorry, did you say cat? Yes, you did. Is that Sherlock Holmes in there? Yep. And how did he get stuck in there again? I don't know. I went to go start my engine and then my AC vent started meowing. Wonderful. All right, well, let's get him out. Honestly, he's a really nice cat. I mean, he'll probably come out of there without even scratching you. Okay. How you doing, sir?
Okay, one banger name. Sherlock Holmes is a banger name. Wait, you're pregnant? Yeah. Baby's gonna be here soon. Cat in the, yeah, the poor cat. Sherlock Holmes is literally a perfect name. Remember during the winter months, check the engine for animals want to stay warm for the cold. Yeah, that's kind of terrifying. That's kind of, I'd forever be scarred. Yeah, always check, well, I would say not the engine. I know cats also sit on the top of the tires. So that's another one I've also heard of before. Thankfully, I mean, I don't really see too many stray cats, but I've always been told check the tires, especially during the cold months because they want the warmth. Instantly reaches for armored gauntlet. Oh yeah, no. If you're trying to get a cat anywhere, I don't care what the cat is. If it is freaking out and stuck for a long amount of time, that cat is gonna scratch you up. You are gonna get scratched the heck up, especially if you're not the owner as well.
911, somebody called for Greg. Why are we back here again? You remember when I started having chest pain after I smelled my new scented candle? Of course I remember. It was 2 hours ago. Well, I figured incense would be so much better, so I cracked open a bottle. And with my mouth. Oh, no, you did. And then I drank some. How do you feel now? Well, my breath smells really good. And I have chest pain. Well, at least the ambulance is gonna smell good. 911.
I'm sorry. What? Why would you think to drink it? Why? Hi, Greg. You know it's not good when the EMT knows you by name. Yeah, literally saw him 2 hours ago. Cats like sleeping on tractor tires, so checking them is a must-do. Yeah, I was gonna say. Sometimes if you call them often, they'll know him on a first-name basis, so that's fun. I don't think I'd ever want that. Poison control stat. Drinking it and then immediate chest pains. We're on a first-name basis with the EMT. That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign at all. The face you paused on. What do you mean? This is amazing. Look at his face. Essential oils are poisonous. Yeah, I don't know why you'd think like, wow, this smells great. I want to drink it. That's not quite what I would think right away. I'm not going to lie. That would not be the first thought in my mind, but okay.
I think if you just do one hard pull, it should go right back in. All right. Whoa, what are you guys doing? Oh, I fell and dislocated my shoulder, so we're just gonna pop it back in real fast. Yeah, man, we called you, and then we realized we could just yank this sucker back in the socket. No, guys, come on. It doesn't work like that. You need to go down to the hospital. Sure it does, man. I've seen it in like 10 movies. Dude, Blade. Yeah, Blade. All right, you ready? Yep. 1, 2.
Part of me wants to see how this is gonna play out.
I think if you just do one hard pull, it should go right back in. All right.
Yeah, movies are movies for a reason. That stuff can start your heart in 30 seconds. What? Me smelling my uncle's poppy seed rolls out face. No. Oh my gosh, they got this in a comfy seat. That's not how it works. He didn't plan to drink it. He opened the bottle with his mouth and actually drank some when it opened. So even a small amount could get that? Never relocate the socket. Let the trained professionals handle it. I'm surprised he's just like, well, you're gonna do it anyway. Do not the movie medicine. Yeah, but they did it in Blade. Okay, Blade was a good movie, but like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, again, part 3 of me being shocked by people, but I really shouldn't be shocked. Me as a trained professional, not like they're not by themselves. Yeah, but still, if the trained professional is like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do it, and they're like, yeah, let's do it anyway, you're here. Can it mess something up? Can't wait for the first clips of his to people say, but the AI told me so. No. You're not wrong, but no. Action movies are possibly even less medically accurate than medical dramas. Yup. That does not shock me. I'm not shocked about that. Had one patient that impaled himself thinking he was Zoro from One Piece. Huh? What? Why? All right then, yeah, huh? Well, that was fun. I really enjoyed those medical stories. That was the last one of that. And now, main character syndrome, that's crazy work. AI convinced someone that sodium bromide was safe for human consumption. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday on Twitch, and I was like, bruh, not the bromine, and they did it. They had crazy work. All right, and our last video for today is the depressing reality of being a small cat. And before you say it, no, I am not a small cat, okay? The cover is The Problem with Being Too Cute. Right. So, by Casual Geographic. So this one is just a tee-hee-ha-ha fun little one that I'm pretty sure a pen sent it to me a while ago and I didn't watch it. But, God, it's not my documentary time. Stop. That's actually showing me I'm a large cat. Thank you very much. Okay, but look how cute this little guy is. Look at him. Oh. Okay, so let's see. Oh, this is a long video. This is half an hour. Okay.
this down. If you go outside,
redeem small. How dare you, TJ? Thank you for the super chat, but what the fuck? No, not redeem small. No. Yeah, I'm a 12-foot cat. You're not a small cat. You're a big cat. Yeah, I'm a big cat.
right? You go outside and you don't find a cat there. You have not gone outside. You've gone to hell. Or the poles, which is the same thing, just frozen over. From the desolate dunes of the Sahara.
Look how cute they are, though. Aw, you're a small cat with a big heart. What the hell?
To the wilds of Houston, Texas. Cats have colonized virtually every aspect of this planet. There is no animal that's gotten more mileage out of humanity just by being itself, and you can tell, because where wolves would have treated us like the plague if they knew pugs were down the line, 99% of people can't tell which cat belongs in a pet store. Thanks for unpausing. It's none of them. And believe it or not, that might just be what kills them. Because 99 is also the percent of wildcat funds that have gone to tigers, jaguars, and other big cats. Big cats are like the football flex of a D1 school. They'll never not have funds for new uniforms and infinite DoorDash. Meanwhile, engineers sleep in bedbug-infested abandoned bomb shelters. The other cats are so cute it kills them. Because most of the public is impressed about the population of something that looks like you can find it in an animal shelter. One cat might already be in the genetic gulag because of it. So this video is about the small cats, for their sake and yours, because no one—
Look how cute they are, though. Oh my god. Furry mermaids love the critters. Look how cute they are. Look at the little toe beans in the air. I would love a pet tiger. I also want to be eaten by it. That's smart. That's just smart thinking. Protect small cats. Look at them. They're just little guys.
Never said there were too many cat videos. Pure Spite already made me talk about the difference, but the short version is, big cats are cats that can roar. Somehow snow leopards slid by. Basically a modified high.
It's so cute. I'm sorry. This is not a roar, but okay. That's what they meant by they slipped by. They couldn't roar. It's so cute.
Bone is what gives big cats the ability to evacuate your bowels. So whenever someone tries to argue cheetahs, I just let the cheetahs speak for themselves. Because vocal Viagra to a bird watcher does not a big cat make. Cheetahs are built like the work of a malicious genie. They wanted to be the—
That's literally how Dawn sounds. Dawn literally sounds kind of like that. It's like, so squeaky.
fast is so bad, now they speed run through life. Being the fastest thing on legs gives them a respectable success rate, but that success gets nerfed when about 10% of their kills gets taxed by lions, leopards, and especially a predatory laugh track. And unlike leopards, their claws and conflicts are both non-retractable, so cheetahs can't even do the cat thing and climb from their problems. We used to think cheetahs ran so fast their brains overheat after, when really, it's the stress of knowing they're a main character visit away from having concepts for dinner. Or maybe it's the anxiety of their last hookup possibly being a blood relative, since the spotted doormat survived not one, but two major bottleneck events, largely by keeping it in the family royal style, which is why the current cheetah gene pool is more like a puddle and not even yeast is that inbred. Cheetahs are so anxious that many in zoos have emotional support dogs to serve as role models for the high-strung balls of evolutionary apprehension.
Oh my god, yeah, they need the emotional support dogs. Stop!
Basically, seeing their dog stay calm helps keep the cheetahs chill, and even gives them the confidence to do things like make more cheetahs. But as easy as it is to dunk on cheetahs, it's really not their fault. Being faster than the speed of light has a ceiling when you live in darkness, and the cheetah is essentially an overgrown high-speed house cat in the shadow of lions and leopards. But cheetahs do get props for fully committing to speed with the aforementioned non-retractable claws, ridiculous lung capacity, a flexible spine that makes the scoliosis in mind scream, and even a built-in tail rudder for steering that honestly looks like antelope aimbot.
Pick up the cheetah with a puppy, it's so cute!
Plus, they'll always have my respect as arguably the most underappreciated single mothers in nature, especially since male cheetahs often reject paternity to go run with the boys, with males forming coalitions to hunt and travel in. So while I don't approve of exotic pets in like any form, if there's one predator begging to go the way of the wolf, I'd have to vote for the Ferrari feline. The serval took what the cheetah did for speed.
Yeah, look how cute that is, a serval. So cheetahs eventually down the line might be household pets, eh?
But for jumping. The serval's been called the Frankencat for looking like it was assembled at a lost and found. They got ears so big that
Why his ears so big though? Cheetahs are so starting to domesticate themselves in some areas. Yes. All according to plan. Yeah.
Probably could convince you that this isn't a filter. Each ear can rotate 180 degrees independently, and wearing a Mickey Mouse headset means they can pinpoint the proverbial needle in the less than proverbial haystack. but it also means they file a noise complaint every time someone thinks.
Why his ears so big says you? What do you mean? My ears are perfectly normal size, thank you very much. They're not rounded like theirs, okay? Glad I'm not diabetic because this video would put me in a coma. It's so cute. I love these little babies.
Things for themselves. I wrote like 9 more ear jokes, but surely he's heard them all before. Besides, it's far more freaky that servals have the longest legs relative to body size of any cat. And once you see it, like anti-fascists, you'll never not see it. It's what gives servals what many call video game bounce, as they can leap.
Yo, look at that jump though. Raccoon and fox are starting to domesticate themselves. I've heard about raccoons, yeah.
Up to 12 feet in the air, but it also makes the ones that come in all black look like a cryptid. They're one of the most efficient cat hunters, with a success rate of about 50%. They're also
Yo, they're literally just me. They have long legs too. What the?
efficient at conflict resolution. When 2 males get into a territory dispute, they'll aggressively emote while they'll size each other up while placing a paw on the rival's chest. It usually doesn't escalate to violence, just a stare-off where the winner stays standing and the loser eventually retreats. How they figure out who is beyond me, and if you bring one into your home, expect de-escalation aimed at your cat. Many don't stop at if, with folks mixing a serval and a domestic together to make a savannah cat.
See, I knew about the savannah cats. Hold up, I'm sorry. Did you say raccoons as house pets? Yeah, raccoons are slowly becoming more domesticated. So it might not be for a very, very long time, but look, come on, chat. Long legs, short body. Hey, look like they could reach the top shelf, though. I could reach the top shelf. We probably know what kind of cat you're is. Look at these satellite dishes. I don't have the spots, though. We're back gonna find a raccoon. Not yet. Hold the bag. Makes sense, I guess, considering how much raccoons hang out around people. Yeah, and raccoons are really sweet. I'm a small savannah cat. I don't have the colors, though. They're blonde. I'm not blonde. Oh, man. It seems way too close, though. Big cat ears, long legs. Oh, raccoons want to be domesticated so badly, but they have no self-control. It's sad. Do I start running now? Run, Trash, run. I had 3 baby raccoons for a bit when I was feeding them marshmallows. Oh, yeah, I've heard really, raccoons are really sweet.
Not unlike the pug, I can't say I approve of them as a concept, but I guess it's better than people playing house with an actual wild serval. Doing it with a non-domesticated nope makes even less sense. I've seen many videos of a caracal in someone's house, but not one where he seemed happy about it. The caracal is also called the desert lynx, but let's be real, we all know him as Floppa, named appropriately.
Floppa, yeah, or Pumba. Isn't someone Pumba? I got a birthday video from a friend from Pumba. It was really cute. Dunk the savannah in a bucket of cherries and you get a Eura. Wow. Are you not our domesticated raccoon? Yeah, wait a minute. Raccoons aren't that sweet. They go after wild turkey nests a lot. I mean, they gotta get their food. They gotta eat.
After their ears. It's still up for debate what's the actual purpose of the pigtails. Some say
You're a big ears and 4'10" size. The chihuahua of cats, small but strong. First of all, how dare you? First of all. Thank you for the super chat. I'm not 4'10". Hello. That's messed up. Don't like the comment. Don't give it a thumbs up. Hello. What the heck? Now you guys are just gonna call me a. Where's the lie? I'm not 4'10". What the heck? Kind of snorting. Yeah, that caught me off guard. I'm not 3 feet tall either. Oh my gosh. Raccoons and opossums that hang around people so much that the ones that are less aggressive have higher chances of surviving, reproducing. They're showing physical signs of domestication. You aren't strong, that's the lie. Got it. No, I am strong. Not in my current state, but I am strong. I'm not 4'2". Cute, scary. I am scary, okay? Fun fact, the species of cat communicate with hiss, both when happy and mad, so always acting like they're pissed. Oh, is that why Pumba's always hissing? Oh, I'm not 2'5" either, Crims.
To mimic insects and therefore catfish hunting birds, or to blend into the surrounding tall grass. But the theory I'm going with is having graduation tassels on the ears is for nonverbal communication with other caracals, where they can sidestep or invite social interaction with just a swipe of an ear. Because whenever you see something questionable in nature, the safe bet is to assume somehow baby making's involved. They have 20 muscles in those ears, and like a serval, can move them around to eavesdrop on prey like a satellite. Caracals are the coyotes of cats. Against a bigger cat, they're cooked. But turns out, caracals are much better at city living than them. With Cape leopards getting 404'd by humans, the caracal has become the apex predator of the Cape Peninsula, shout out to Cape Town, which is a big problem for one particular bird. The caracal also has turbo thrusters for legs, and the sky—
Whoa, look at that jump. What the? Those ears are aura, to be fair. They have 20 muscles just in their ears? That's insane. 4'8" 3/4. I'm not 4'8" 3/4. I appreciate you putting in the 3/4 though. They have a laser meow. This is crazy. You're his fun size? I'm not fun size. I'm average height. Thank you for the super chat. What the hell? You guys are just dunking. See, I shouldn't have watched this video. You guys are just calling me small all the time. What the heck?
lynx jumps high enough to be a hazard to flying birds. So the worst thing you can do is show them one that can't fly. Caracals moving into the urban has also introduced them to colonies of Cape Town penguins in the thousands. It's like a fat kid in a cake store, and they act accordingly. One caracal managed to spend a year in the colony as a fugitive, murking an estimated 260 penguins before eventually getting caught. This literal hissy fit is an accomplished predator, and for some reason, a popular pet. But the tsunderes might be the New Yorkers of cats that communicate in aggression even when—
The New Yorkers of cats? Hold up. Hold up, let them cook. She's already the perfect size to be a DSL character grounded. What the heck?
when they're calm. But like the serval, the caracal is better as an air toll to birds than an ouch on your couch. If the serval and caracal have a lot in common, it's because they share lineage, and they also share it with the African golden cat, a cat very few people have ever seen. They're found only in the rainforests of Central and West Africa, and they look like a caracal nature tried redrawing strictly from memory. The lynx left behind is one of—
Chat's betrayal in this video is the most predictable since Angron. They're so hey, they're walking here. I wish they said that. So New York cats carry a dagger, maybe, and they're walking here, of course. They communicate in aggression even when calm. Sounds like a New York to a T. Cute cats will run what's not to like. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for the super chat, Crumb. They're so cute. I wouldn't want any of these as obviously house pets because it would be a lot, but that explains their arachnophobia. She's small enough for them to be a threat. Hello? What the? Don't like the small comments. Hello?
the least studied cats on Earth, and not for a lack of trying.
Yours tiny AF. Tetra, hello? Why do cat-like animals look so cute with prey in their mouth? Because it looks like they're carrying kittens. Yours the new kind of dwarf cat, the platforms cat. Hello, Selectra? What? Thank you for the super chat, but hello? I'm supposed to be hearting them. Do I have to heart the ones that call me small? Because I feel like it's just slander. I feel like it's kind of messed up. What the? You're a tiny I'm average height. Yeah, you're still going. I'm so tired. 2 hours of shoveling snow. It's been snowing all day. Aw. Go rest now, Maple. Curacals are empaths, by the way. Is that this one? Platform boots? Cat? Okay, well, I can't wear platforms right now, but just because I usually wear them. Man, if she hearts it, then it's true. No, if I heart it, it's not true. Tetra snitching. Tetra's smaller than me. Small jokes messed up. It's because I'm watching a cute cat video. You're a nice, pretty small cat? What the heck? It's not slander. Small cats are cute. I'm an average height cat girl. Thank you very much.
Leila Bahaeldin spent 4 years attempting to find an African golden cat, and in total, she found 1. By accident. It's less impressive that she spent 1,400 days waiting on a cat, more so that she didn't drop her camera and fumble the first chance she got. I know I would have. It's likely this incognito cat is a result of them sharing an area code with leopards. Studies found that golden cats will actively switch to smaller prey if they happen to be in the hunting territory of a leopard. There's also the Asian golden cat of...
It's so cute looking and so pretty. Tetra's 2 foot. Oh my god. Remember mountain lions are small cats? Huh?
Asia. He looks like a travel-sized tiger and has the nickname Yellow Leopard. They were actually named after Dutch zoologist.
Yeah, he's so pretty. Average height amongst the small cats? Hello? That's messed up. Thank you for the super chat selector, but hello? I'm hearting it because it's a super chat, not because it's true. Okay? Not because it's true. I am average height among... Heck you.
Konrad Jakob Denmink. Well, my condolences, Konrad, but I'm not saying all that again. So that's an Asian golden. They share a name, but their ancestors split up millions of years ago, and they're not even each other's closest cousins. We also have the African wildcat.
Cute.
To be fair, he is. There's also the Asiatic and European wildcat. And fun fact, the European wildcat's scientific name is how the Looney Tunes Sylvester got his. If you have a pet cat though, direct your gratitude to the African variety, as they're the ancestor of yours. About 10,000 years ago, the African wildcat domesticated itself in the Fertile Crescent of the Middle East. You see, when humans were nomads, there wasn't much care for a cat, but once we switched to farming, the mouse-murking whiskered one became an asset, and just like that, the cat secured arguably the best possible job for itself. And since the cats barely had to change their playbook, the African wildcat is a dead ringer for something you'd find in the average American house, which is a big problem for the other wildcat. The European cat can also be confused for a kennel jockey, at least until you take them home, as European wildcats are notoriously impossible to have as pets. Naturalist Francis Pitt didn't buy the untrainable label and attempted to hand-raise one named Satan.
Oh my god, cute. The denial's the first 5 stages. Hello? Well, you know denial's not just a river in Egypt. First of all, hello? Thank you for the super chat, Michael. It's not true. I'm average height for a cat girl or just a human female. It's fine. The rage for a baby. I thought they were gonna say these were also from like a lineage of domesticated cats, but apparently it's wrong. Cats were ruled before the apes. True and real. Yeah, Satan, hello. I thought I caught the end of that, but they just look like cute little cats, huh?
Satan was like an indoor deratio that gave Francis an experience befitting his name. Wildcats don't just dislike humans. European wildcats and domestics have been avoiding each other for about 2,000 years. But by the 60s, the wildcat population flirted with zero, which likely led to them and domestics pumping hybrids out. It's kind of like how wolves were once so down bad that they settled for coyotes and now we got coy wolves. Except with European wildcats, the effort succeeded in polluting the pure wildcat gene pool, with very few of them left. They've nearly literally screwed themselves out of existence. And good luck rallying support when the average
No, but they're so cute, no.
person sees its doppelganger on their yard every day. There's also the Asian wildcat, also known as a desert or steppe cat. Same story as the other two, except there's something inexplicably satisfying about this one. Maybe it's the sand coat seasoned with marks to help break up its outline. Their existence is proof that I could never cut it as a cameraman. Put this in my sight, I would lose all professionalism and likely my lips as I pss myself out of a job.
100%. If I saw this cat out in the wild, I'd try and pet it. It's a funny name for a cat though, Satan. Evil cats are now, how cute. Yeah, if you saw this in the wild, wouldn't you want to pet it? Big thing. There's a big difference between feral cats and wild cats. Wild cats have never been domesticated, whereas feral's ancestors were domestic. Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yes, yeah, I would lose all professionalism and be like, I have to go pet the cat. I have to go feed it tuna. What cat would you try to pet, Yura? Big cats, because they're scary.
But they have nothing on the deadliest cat on the planet, which it isn't actually him. Didn't I say this wasn't a big cat video? Weighing about a bag of flour, the black-footed cat is the smallest cat in Africa. It's also pound for pound, the deadliest. They'll pack up more prey in one night than a leopard will in 6 months, and they'll life deprive up to 14 animals in that night. Blackfoots might as well wear red bottoms. They have the highest kill rate of a cat, one that doubles lions, and is
doubles lions? Okay, they look really cute carrying the prey in their mouth though.
Believed one cat can erase 3,000 rodents in 1 year. The assassin named the anthill tiger has to kill up to 20% of its body weight in prey a day just to fuel its metabolism. They have 3 ways of stacking bodies. The fast hunt, where they essentially overstimulate their prey by rushing around until they flush them out. The slow hunt, where they stalk the scenery and wait for a snack to expose itself. And the sit and wait hunt, which you don't need a description for.
They're so cute and little. Oh my god. Now this is a Yura cat. Any small cat chat's like, whoa, Yura. Proper murder muffin, so adorable. Yeah, it's 60. It said hunted 60% more than the lion. That, or 60% more accurate. That's crazy. Why are they so cute? I don't know. I would just want to pick it up and take it home.
Another reason, I'd much rather talk about animals in front of a camera than record those from behind one. I don't have the professionalism for that. Now we get to one of my favorite cats, the sand cat. As arguably the second smallest cat, they
Hi, John. Hey, you're in the video, Europe. Why do you like this, Michael? Thank you for the super chat. I'm not in the video. I promise. These are just really cute cats. Oh man, this one's so cute. Look at his little face. I just want to pinch his little cheeks. Ah, it's so cute.
They have no business being the badasses nature intended. They live in a limitless litter box that can reach 115 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, just to drop to negative 25 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Luckily, sandcats don't need water. The blood of their victims is sustenance enough. The Sahara warrior can go without water longer than a camel because they get what they need from their prey, which often means leaning on their blood. Blood that washes down the venomous snakes the sandcat will headshot and eat. But the biggest headache goes to anyone trying to find them. Sandcats have furry foot pads that protect them from the scalding hot sand.
Little fluffy toe beads. They're so cute. Small balls of death, so it's a Dawn video? Yeah, it's done. It's yummy blood. Apparently, they just ignore the toxins from snakes. Okay. Look how scary and threatening your looks on TV. Hello, Selectra. Thank you for the super chat, but hello? I'll have you know they look very scary, okay? You saw those temperatures. They've run from super hot to super cold. Getting hunted by those make a cute afterlife story. Like, yeah, I just got deleted by a small cat.
But it also means that they don't leave behind footprints. Also, they spend most of the day underground and the night hunting throughout its range, with some cats covering as much as 8 miles in a little over 24 hours. But even by the grace of God, if you stumble into one, you can still blindly walk by your blessing, since sandcats will famously close their eyes at night when a human approaches, so they can't be clocked by their eye glow. So if you ever see a sandy cat in the wild, say thanks, because that's entirely the cat's discretion. They're so adapted to live in the most unlivable place ever, they actually—
Viewers a sadistic cop. What'd I do? Hello, thank for the super chat, Minecraft Lurble. Hello, what do you mean? God, how did you die, my child? Imagine getting deleted from something this cute. Venom's different from poison. No, I understand, but still. I died from cuteness overload. I just want to, yeah, look at his little cheeks. Look how cute.
struggle when you take them out the trenches. The same respiratory system designed for Satan's sandbox is prone to infection outside the desert. You wouldn't want one in your house anyway, since sandcats primarily communicate through golden showers, and if you know about desert animals, the smell of their urine would have them kicked out. Still one of the cats of all time. And on the other side of the spectrum...
Okay, so their pee is stinky. Okay. These look threatening a little bit, right?
Is the fishing cat, not to be confused with the fisher cat, which is neither. Unlike them, the fishing cat actually earns its name. Living in places like the Sundarban mangroves in India and Bangladesh, the aqua kitty can dive and swim long distances. And they fully committed, with partially webbed feet, an aerodynamic head, and claws evolved in the form of fish hooks. Basically the fish terminator, with about 76% of a fishing cat's diet coming with gills. They spend most of their time in shallow water, wading, and they'll even flick the water surface.
They're swimming cats, and their coats are so pretty. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I got numb with that. Resisting by cuteness. Yeah, it's the water cat.
To mimic insects in order to fool the fish. They're capable climbers too, and scientists have clocked them snatching baby birds out of nests. Fishing cats might be the feline raccoon equivalent, as they've slowly been moving.
Raccoon equivalent mentioned, let's go.
Moving into city areas of places like Sri Lanka. It's not that out of place to be walking down the street and see a feline fisher hunting in a garden pond, and some are even popping up on rooftops and in attics. Really a catastrophically, no pun.
Catastrophic, I see what you did there. It's you're playing Subnautica. It's the Subnautica cat. Oh my gosh.
Unintended, underrated cat. And that's actually a problem. They're vulnerable, it's just that most people don't even know they exist, so they get shafted on funding. The flat-headed cat is even less known, and honestly, they got hoed hard body. If we would have found them first, they probably would have taken the fishing title. Up to...
Look how cute they are. They're also a fishing cat. Okay, oh my god, they kind of look like a... I want to say mongoose, but I can't place it.
80% of a flathead's diet can be fish, and those eyes that are almost uncomfortably close together give it perfect binocular fish flatlining vision. Dog, even their toes are more webbed than the alleged fishing cat. But this Auburn aquatic got stuck with—
It kind of looks like an otter. Take it easy. Reminds me of a red panda. It kind of looks like a red panda otter. It reminds me of something, but I can't place it. Let's go, welcome in. They look like, they do look like a mongoose? Okay. Mini ears, and they have webbed toes, kind of? Kind of looks prehistoric. Yeah, it kind of does.
With flat-headed. Yeah, no, I'd be mad too. Maybe if they had a cuter name, more people would care about the fact they're likely Southeast Asia's most endangered cat, with less than 2,500 left in the wild. Not like the leopard cat. They're privileged enough to have two flavors. The Sunda leopard cat and the mainland leopard cat. In fact, they're the most widespread wildcat in Asia, found from India all the way to North Korea and China. Also, shout out India. They got the most types of wildcats in their country, with a record of 15. The leopard cat is also a swimmer and has been known to colonize islands. Disgusting greed. In fact, there's a leopard cat variant that only lives on the Japanese island of Iriomote, with possibly under 100 left in existence, making it arguably the rarest wildcat. The leopard cat exists in many forms, so of course folks done turned it into a pet. The Bengal cat is the result.
Oh no, sorry, Nightbot got you, TJ. But look how cute! Aww. Kind of reminds me of Mort from Madagascar. Yeah, whatever those things are. Nightbot, please. I'm sorry. Yeah, whatever what are they called? Exactly, I was thinking Mort from Madagascar. Too many dots, 07.
Of a leopard cat and a domestic mating. Apparently the creator's logic was if people could buy a cat that looked like a leopard cat, less people would buy the real thing. I don't know if I like that logic. I think there's enough cats. That being said, bro got that shit on. The Borneo Bay cat is a familiar situation, but instead of Iriomote, the only place you'll hypothetically find them is in Borneo. Hypothetically, because the Bay cat is basically a—
Look at that fluffy tail, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's so fluffy. Look at Anguilla. There's just a little Angie, it's fine.
living theory. They've only been recorded less than 100 times in history, and between 1874 and 2004, only 12 bay cat bodies have been studied. They straight up disappeared for 60 years, because after being discovered in 1856, by 1928, they seemingly fell—
Yeah, they have a small little head and a stretched out body. It's kind of cute. Look how tiny their face is. It's so cute. They got some good art. Yeah, apparently there's only 12 of them that they found. Poor babies. Look at their long, long tail, long limbs, and then small little baby face. This is Long Cat. This is their origins of Long Cat.
off the face of the earth.
They do kind of look like ferrets. Oh my gosh. Or yeah, or mongoose.
That was until someone pulled up to the Natural History Museum in Sarawak in 1992 with a half-dead bay cat. Since then, we haven't learned much. We really don't know how they hunt, what exactly they hunt, how they raise their kids, how they make their kids, or even what their niche is. There's few existing videos of this ghost of a cat. This is the best quality pic you're gonna get from a cat that dipped on reality for 6 decades like Captain America. The jungle cat is another one named out of misunderstanding or spite, since they live almost anywhere.
Yeah, I feel so bad. They don't know anything about them. The poor babies. They're probably like endangered. This one's cute too, even though it's got, you know, just a little strawberry jam on its mouth a little bit. Look, who remind me of Martin, that's been tearing up your roof lining. Oh no.
Except the jungle, also called the reed or swamp cat. You'll find them on the hunt in tall grasses, swamps, reed beds, dry open forests, but never a jungle, of course, where they're an all-around athletic flex of a Furby. They can air snatch birds, climb trees, catch fish, and have even been clocked swimming up to a mile. They usually grief mice and fowl, but will also pack up cobras, and sometimes even gazelle. In the country of 1,000 cats, jungle cats are the most common one in India. And just remember, you're more likely to find one on a university campus in Bangladesh than anywhere near a jungle. Now, what y'all know about the marbled cat? It's
Okay, those were so cute. Marble cat!
a pint-sized monkey of a cat, somewhere in the forest shadowed by the Himalayas, where the marble cat has been found as high as 12,500 feet, or almost 17 Golden Gate Bridge towers above sea level. It's another one of those cats you only ever run into by accident, since the marble cat spends almost its entire life
It looks like a little cut, like orangey golden snow leopard. I just want to squish it. Oh my gosh.
in the trees, moving like a 1.5-foot predatory spider cat, where they likely inflict all manners of PTSD on the primates they prey on. Ironically, the less than 10-pound marble cat almost stole itself a spot with the big cats, with them once considered panthers. And now, we get to one of my favorite cats of all time.
They're not considered panthers. Tycata, you're just like a normal house cat as the original. It was supposed to be based on a ragdoll cat originally. It climbs. Yeah, that was so cute. And look at this literally, okay, you see these exact eyes here? This is exactly what Dawn does. Our little tortie Maine Coon, the exact same eyes when her singular brain cell is working. This is the exact face she gives us. The exact same face. You could call her, you could, and she just stares at you like this. U.S. measurement system always makes me giggle. 5 football fields per South Park episode. Yeah, we measure in cacaws and, you know, eagle wingspans. Want a pillow that yeah. Oh, I know this cat is so cute. But it's the big eyes that get me. Model can't be based on a ragdoll. They're one of the largest cat breeds and you're a small bee. Okay, first of all, I'm not taking this slander, hello. What I didn't know ragdolls were the biggest cats up until today when we talked about it. The face the TV saw before it went boom. You're not wrong, John. You're not wrong. Don's like, that's a nice TV. Would be a shame if something happened to it.
Look at this dude. The clouded leopard is like a cat forgotten by time, an animated mosaic and living relic from an era long left behind. The clouded leopard is considered the missing link between big cats and not big cats, mostly because, like cheetahs, they talk themselves out of the big cat spot. That is an apex predator, one that's about 3 feet long. I swear I thought they were jaguar sized as a kid, but that's probably because
they're so cute. Oh my gosh, oh my, it's not me, chat. I know you heard the 3 feet and you're like, hey, it's not me. Don't be like, it's just business boop TV down. That TV did something to Dawn. It's not me, by the way. It's so cute.
Was the first time I ever heard of one. It was trying to turn the Rugrats into baby coffins. They are the closest thing to a modern day saber-toothed tiger. Not by DNA, but by virtue of having the longest canines relative to body size of any cat. Like the leopard cat, the clouded leopard has a Sunda and mainland variant. While this photogenic fossil has never attacked a human, they're a threat to literally everything else. And with ankles that can rotate and not
don't hurt humans. Okay, well, I didn't mean to end on this, but yeah. Darn beat me to it exactly. I'm not smaller, no. I'm not 6 inches tall. Stop.
Not just in the Gordon Hayward way. They can climb down trees head first like a squirrel. Or upside down, because when you're apex, you just start trying shit. They're even a danger to each other. They're one of the hardest cats to breed because males often kill their mates in the process. Less than 20% of cloud cats in captivity are successful at mating, making them the panda of cats. But if you were expected to drop trowel and make a beast with 2 backs with a complete stranger in a room full of voyeurs, you'd be less than cooperative too. It doesn't matter the size or the looks they serve. A cat of
look at this little baby. Oh my gosh. Never meet the allegations. Conscious like Tetchel will never not be 40s accepted. You have a large personality. What the heck? Be distracted by this cute little baby. Be distracted.
Of any kind is a savage to his core. And look no further than this guy. The rusty spotted cat is called the hummingbird of cats, and they're another one that could spawn in a pet store and no one would blink. That is until it murks everyone else. The rusty spotted is a highly skilled assassin that'll pounce on prey from the trees, and I really wish I had footage of that. 19th.
Don't say me. Don't say me. No. Take it easy, have a good dinner. Oh my god, it's a tiny cat, but it's not me. It's not me. Look at him.
Century T.C. Gurdon kept the paperweight predator as a pet that earned his respect by hunting the squirrels in his house. The cat earned a little more when T.C. caught it attempting to choke out a gazelle by clamping on its neck, and the cat had to be physically removed from the now surely traumatized gazelle. That doesn't change the reality that this cat would get my credentials confiscated if I ever had to film one. I wouldn't have that problem with this one though. Not because he's not cute, but because he looks terminally unenthused by life and
he's got RBF. He's fine. It's fine. This cat is very cute. He's just a little angy sometimes. He's got RBF. It's fine.
I don't want to add to it. The palace cat, also called a manul, is in a perpetual state of ain't funny. They actually learn to growl before they even open their eyes. They're born beefing with life, and believe me, they have their reasons. Maybe it's because their choice of home can be negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter, all the way up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit come summer. Or it might be the fact that living in God's waiting room with limited exposure to pathogens means palace cats are highly susceptible to getting folded by disease when they leave the mountains. It's possible it's because their mating ritual involves the male just following around the female for days until she's ready, something I'm sure neither's happy about. Or it could be their scientific name being ugly-eared cat. I challenge you to find a picture of a palace cat that looks happy.
What? Okay, but they're just little guys. Look at his little face. They don't look happy, but it can't help it. Grumpy old Pixar man, he's trying his best.
This is the closest I could get. Just a temperamental ball of laundry lint that will use its tail as a blanket and will even stand on it to warm their feet. Speaking of which, the manul is actually the size of a house cat. It's just having the densest fur of any cat gives it an adorable sleeper build. The palace cat is notably afraid of humans and will go out of their way to avoid them, unless you feed them. You could never convince.
Okay, not saying it's me, but like, they're kind of real for that. They avoid humans unless they're being fed. Like, I definitely wouldn't be tempted by food. Absolutely not. Have you seen the angry? It's just his face, okay? Well, at least Sage Cat or something. Yeah, Sage Cat. They're just deep in thought all the time. You see the paws on its tail? I did. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I would never be bribed with food. That would be crazy work. That would be so silly.
Convince me not to love me some palace cat. Not even a palace cat itself. You could fix your face though. Honestly, this cat has a lot more to be mad about. The Chinese mountain cat is only found on China's Tibetan plateau, where they're very much unknown. Few of them have actually been studied, and the biggest threat to them is that most people don't even know they exist. Show this to the average person, and they'll just assume you're one of those cat people. They'd never know that there's less than 10,000 in stock, and it's all humans' fault. The Chinese mountain cat hunts with extreme pica prejudice, so when China started poisoning them, the
Pikachu? It kind of looks like a Pikachu.
Chinese mountain cat caught a nasty stray. Today, most of what we know about them is from captivity, and the only time we ever seem to find them is by accident. In 2018, Hong Shangshi of the Shangshi Conservation Center was studying black-necked cranes when she randomly made eye contact with a shiny Pokemon of cats, which means someone probably spent years searching for him just to get shown up by a glorified bird watcher. But if that ain't the most cat thing a cat could do. The biggest problem with being this cat is no matter how endangered you are, your death will never hit as hard as an elephant's or a panda's. Just be glad you got to see this one. There's no missing a cougar though. One, because it's a small cat that could mog some of the big ones. They vary in size and actually get bigger the further they get from the equator.
Okay, this doesn't look like a small cat. You sure not even for a Scooby snack, maybe? I guess that's where Pika got its inspiration from. Yeah, but he said Pika. Would it be like Pikachu? You? This one? I mean, I'll take it. This one, I'll take it. It's a bigger than the other ones.
But most males sit around 130 to 160 pounds. Some can clear 200, and in 1979, a hunter brought down one weighing 276 pounds. Cougars also have the most extensive range of any American animal, and a prey base of about 500. Garfield on steroids is liable to murk moose in the Yukon, and rodeo ride guanacos in Chile. Cougars are the CrossFit freaks of cats, with Olympic medaling bounce while being able to swim a mile and travel over 1,000. They also might be the most ethical killers. They're a predator with a preference not to scavenge and would rather eat what they kill. Cougars are also way more generous than anyone thought, with many being caught sharing kills with other pumas.
See, sharing is caring. But cougars very dangerous. I am also very dangerous.
2012 to 2015 in Yellowstone, 118 interactions were recorded between at least two cougars.
Sorry, I was not on live. It was this small food motivated one. What the heck? I'm gonna say, dang, Tetra calling me like built like a cougar cat. Okay.
And 60% of these occurred at kills, and many of them involve sharing. In fact, there's a scene from Our Planet where a teenager who just left his mom attempts to steal food from a giant mountain of a male twice his size, and in a complete plot twist, the old man let the little one slide. But there's one predator that gets absolutely no love from cougars. Because mountain lions and wolves have a blood feud, where wolf packs will gang up on any lone lions, but one-on-one, mountain lions commit first degree on a wolf. But recently, there's been more of a trend of mountain lions stalking, jumping, and murking wolves on sight. Since 2013, cougars have been responsible for 30% of documented wolf deaths in Washington. Wolves also have beef with the
Cougar said, nah, we don't like the wolves. Literally cat versus dog type of vibes.
lynx. But the wolves tend to do a lot better with that matchup. There's 4 flavors of lynx: the Eurasian lynx, Iberian lynx, Canada lynx, and the bobcat lynx. The Eurasian is like the big cat of Europe, or the closest they have to one at least. They're notoriously one of the most difficult cats to track, which is a crime with a face card like that. There's many subspecies of the Eurasian persuasion, but the rarest might be the Balkan lynx, with fewer than 50 left in stock.
Your love story origin food bribe? Maybe. You don't know me. For the super chat, Michael. Maybe. Definitely wouldn't be bribed with food, no. Got it, you're as a cougar? I mean, I'd like to think I'd be a bigger cat species, but I don't know. Everyone's saying no. Thank you for the super chat, Crop. Thank you, thank you. That's Tetra. Wow. Even though I'm bigger than Tetra, that's messed up.
The Iberian lynx is also one of the rarest cats. Mostly cause what Pika are to a mountain cat, rabbits are to the Iberian, and the rabbits dying to disease and overhunting nearly put the predator in a pack. They were down to about 62 left alive in 2001, but have since bounced back to about 2,400 as of 2024. The Canada lynx is the ultimate specialist, specializing in being the Grim Reaper to the horseshoe
Canada mentioned?
hare, which can make up 97% of their diet. The evolutionary arms race with the hare is likely why the Canada lynx has what we call
Look at those murder mittens. Oh my goodness. Those are the fluffiest paws I have ever seen. Oh my goodness. Look at them. Look at them, Chad. Look at them. They're so fluffy. I would take the risk to pet it. I would. Those are some grippers. That is fluffy. We sure this one isn't Tetra? Look how fluffy it is. Look at those some socks. It's so cute though.
proud family feat. But the most notable thing about them is their arguments are probably why the Appalachian Mountains have the reputation they have.
So freaking cool.
Then there's the bobcat, which I learned way too late in life is just a lightweight lynx, named after their short, stubby, truncated tail. Is that out of pocket? Would naming this guy Toby or Robert be? You decide. Bobcats aren't just the most common wildcat in America. They have
rubber chicken cat. I was like, ah! That's exactly what it was. Oh my gosh.
one of the longest grocery lists too. They'll hunt rabbits, birds, mice, squirrels, but will also fish for salmon and sometimes try and solo deer. One bobcat was caught dragging a shark out of the ocean, and before you ask, of course it's Florida. Another was caught attempting to bully a black bear out of food. The lynx is dangerously close to being considered the honey badger of cats. They're just a castration claim away. You know, I almost forgot to mention, the cougar also shares distant lineage with the cheetah, but its closest relative is a jaguarundi, or dark.
This is a cute. I was gonna say the jump on that one, the dexterity is crazy. Tetch and you're screaming at each other. Sounds like a Bobby or a cat. What the hell? This guy's kind of cute. He kind of looks like an otter though.
Jaguar, even though it looks like a self-hating weasel. I feel bad for them. Because their ranges overlap, they're definitely aware of cougars, and knowing that's what your closest cousins got blessed with is like evolutionary rage bait. It's like the maned wolf and bush dogs, just remarkably unserious. The jaguarundi moves like an animal that should only exist in black and white film, but being built like an identity crisis otter actually.
It looks like, well, you know, like those old like paintings where like they tried to paint a cat from like without looking at a cat. I kind of feel like this is what it was. Like if you had to picture a cat and draw it from scratch, I feel like it would look like this. I feel like it would be kind of similar to this.
Helps them hunt without being put on a shirt themselves. The first slinky's able to slip through dense undergrowth while avoiding other cats, which they're really good at. In fact, they coined the phrase, the ocelot effect, which means if you see an ocelot, you know you won't find a jaguarundi, because the former bullies them into hiding. But apparently the biggest threat to a jaguarundi is being mid. According to researchers, the problem is they're not the biggest cat, they're not the smallest, they're not even the biggest of the smallest, they have no spots, no stripes, they're not especially endangered, just a remarkably unremarkable cat. In fact, a lot of times they get caught on cameras when the lensman was checking for someone else. Even their name isn't that original. I really hate that for them, because a jaguarundi's dope enough on its own.
That's so cool. Yeah, the Renaissance paintings were cats where they never had to paint an animal in their life. Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking of. Draw a cat from someone else's description. Cat for real. Look at this little guy though. He's so cute. It just looks like a normal kitten just with like bug eyes. Yeah, he's a baby.
They deserve better. Same with the Andean mountain cat. They're endangered, and finding this cliff kitty in the wild would mean psing in the Andes mountains as high as 12,000 feet. It's beauty that'll take your breath. That is, if the altitude leaves any left. We don't know that much about this cat, and that has to be the 6th time I've said this in this video. And that's the
Yeah, I was gonna say, 12,000 feet up, that's taller than Mount Fuji, isn't it? Imagine being scientifically mid, that is so sad. Casual Geographic, yeah, he's doing, a small cat. Look how it's climbing sideways though, kind of base, rock climbing cat.
Problem, they also prefer death over bondage because they almost refuse to survive in captivity. Every time we tried, the mountain cat retired to a was before we could learn anything, making it one of the least understood cats on the planet, and we still can't nail down exactly how many there are. But that's also cause they're constantly getting confused with the pompous cat. The pompous is like a video game character with multiple colorways. You ever experienced the anarchy of playing Smash Brothers with 8 Kirbys? Studying the pompous is pretty much the same.
Question is Yura sneaky? No, I'm pretty clumsy. And I'm terrible at sneaky games, sad.
Same. Since science says there might be 5 different species of them. Might be because some argue there's only 1 species of pompous cat, just with 7 subspecies too. But most agree on 5 flavors of this feline. Like the mountain cat, we don't know that much about a cat that often lives where it feels like you're breathing through a straw on a treadmill. Despite what you've heard, it's actually lack of curiosity killing cats like the Andean or the pompous. I'll throw another one at you. Joffrey's cat. Named after some French dude, so more like...
Named after some French dude. You're the most understood cat on the planet. It's true. You're not wrong. Some animals do well in captivity. The point of their endangerment relies on captivity, just some can't thrive. I mean, if they live up in such high altitudes, it makes sense why they wouldn't make it. You know what I mean?
Joffrey. Another problem with being a house cat is people will pick them up thinking they're a house cat without a home, only to find out at the vet, which has to be annoying. It's kind of like snatching the vertically challenged off the street and then trying to put a grown man in a booster seat. To be fair, that's the Black Morph version. I promise you I'd make the same mistake. Joffrey's friend has also been called the Salt Cat, because they've been seen stalking places like the Salt Flats of Bolivia. It's one of the most common wild felids in South America.
Look at the smug overlord face that this cat has. Just like, yeah, I know I'm a cute cat. And smallest, hello? You're using a tank in stealth games? Yeah, I'm not very stealthy. The cats be cute while hunting and free. I mean, it's kind of funny that they would just take them to the vet and be like, oh, it's a normal cat. Just kidding. I don't have a booster seat. My cat, Butterscotch Pudding's not very sneaky either. His brother, Trouble, however, oh gosh.
And their color actually changes depending on where, with Joffrey's flexing a leopard colorway in the north, but wearing a silver coat in the south. They've also been called fishing cats, and people have seen this pet-sized cat crossing raging rivers 100 feet wide. Now I put these 3 cats together because they honestly look like 3 stages of the same Pokemon. The Ocelot looks like a Latin clouded leopard, so I stand them off principle, even though they have the eyes that knows something's coming and knows you can't stop it. Although given the chance, I'd probably let it happen. The Ocelot's prey consists of anything that won't kill them first, including other cats. But there's one animal they seem to be friends with, and out of all the options they have, for some reason, they choose opossums. Ocelots and opossums have been caught casually walking around together, and this wasn't just a one-time occasion. This has happened multiple times throughout the years. They even tested this by placing fabric strips with the scent of an ocelot, one with a puma's, and some random third, and the opossums overwhelmingly preferred Ode to Ocelot. We don't know what it's about, but I'm getting shades of badger and coyote. The Margays like nature copied the Ocelot assignment, but changed a few answers. It's an anime-eyed
Imagine just being friends with a possum? That's crazy. Melissa, cats are so pretty. Just something about a fully black serval or bobcat, such a neat thing to see. Cats in general are just so cool and interesting. I never realized there were so many, though.
paralysis demon to anything in its weight class in the trees. They also have ankles that can rotate 180 degrees, meaning they can free run through trees and cancel life subscriptions while hanging upside down. It's a mythical tree merchant that'll use psychological warfare against their prey, because Margays will imitate the sound of their prey to lure them out. One Margay was watched mimicking the cry of a baby tamarin, apparently well enough to convince the adults to stop what they were doing and investigate. This branch warrior is serotonin to anyone who isn't a bird or a monkey. But the cod is like boss music for depression, also called the guinya. It's one of the smallest cats in the world, weighing about as much as a 5-pound dumbbell. Unfortunately, not everyone thinks they're cute. To Mapuche locals, the cod was an omen of famine, disease, and even death.
No, don't take the cat as a sign of famine and disease. No, that's not nice to the cat. Alfarius cat. No, they're just so cute. Who would say that?
Death and would be destroyed on sight. According to legend, the cod is immune to bullets and has a habit of decapitating chickens to drink their blood, which led to a lot of farmers smoking them out of principle, even though cod do them a service with free rodent control. Luckily, the cod's reputation has gotten better throughout the years. And last and certainly not least is the tiger.
Yeah, poor animals got killed because of superstitions. I mean, they did apparently behead chickens, but yeah, tigers do the mimic thing too. Yeah, it's kind of like when you see a cat, like even a household cat, and they see birds and they do like the chattering. I think it's so cute.
cat, also known as the oncilla. It's like nature heard me hype the clouded leopard and a margay just to mess around and give me both. When they're not stalking the jungle floor grocery shopping, they're shacked up somewhere in a tree. It was once thought to be another version of an ocelot until they were eventually determined to be their own thing, and in 2013 it was discovered that there's actually 2 separate species of tiger cat. But in total, it's said there's under 10,000 tiger cats left, with deforestation speedrunning the decline. And just like that, that is every small cat. Holy.
That is every small cat. Oh my god. Take it easy, Minecraft. Some reason domesticated cats, black cats were and still are in some places killed because superstition. Yeah, unfortunately. Pixie cat get killed because apparently in Madagascar, if one gives you the finger, it's a sign of death. I mean, they said it brought like the plague and famine, but that's sad. You forgot Europe. Wow. We are cat fairies? Oh no. Thank you for the super chat. No, not cat fairies. Oh man, now that's a different tier. It'll be scuff fairies than cat fairies. Victorian cat or the Lolita cat? There's a Lolita cat? You're as the pixie cat? What's a pixie cat? Hold on, let's just wrap him up. We'll finish this video and then we'll yap for a little bit.
Holy f***. This will be by far my longest video. Only cats could get that out of me. Cats are in this weird place where they're so normalized, many don't realize how close many of them are to only existing in past tense. But one way to help is just by acknowledging them. And I've done my part, so that's gonna do it for this video. Look, I'm tired, bro, so we just gonna run through this. My book, my Patreon, if you feel like it, I don't really need it. Drink water, call your parents, cat, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.
Thank you, Casual Geographic. 10 out of 10. Aww. Yours a pixie cat purely off going pixie being in the name. What does it mean though? It's tiny? Why are you guys like that? Was a very informative video. I've never heard about 90% of those cats. That is actually crazy work. So many good cats. He did a great job. Follow Casual Geographic if you aren't already. Pixie just means small. It could mean I don't know. Oh wait, hold on. Alright, let me X out of that. Let's go to just chatting really quick. Whew, that was, what a longer day today. Oof, 3.5 hours, gosh. Made it up to Pixie Cat is one discovered so far. You're the size of a fairy. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. So much friendship in that video. Yeah, if I was in the wild and saw those cats, I would 10 out of 10 pet them. Which is also funny since the African bullfrog is also known as the pixie frog, yet they get so big. So you're saying there's a chance that it's a bigger cat. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Casual Geographic. Victorian cat or Lolita cat because they're clothes. I mean, this is Alice in Wonderland based. My normal outfit is, this. With a crown. Which is a little different, but it's just for the Alice in Wonderland vibes. I ain't really crown. There you go. Oops. And there's the outfit. But, yeah, lots of videos today. Once again, I will be on Twitch tomorrow. I don't really know what, probably more Subnautica. I've been really enjoying Subnautica. It's been fun. Oh, no, I don't want crowd control Subnautica. Ugh. Wait, is Nightbot still not working? SMH my head. Oh, no, it's working. It's just delayed. Whoa, let's go, Nightbot. Let's go.
Would you believe it? Your pizza's already on the way?
Pizza's already on the way. Chat, it's pizza tonight. But there's my Twitch. If you're not following, we'll probably play Subnautica tomorrow. And then I usually do YouTube on Fridays. However, I'm making Christmas cookies with my dad, so I won't have time to stream. But I will make sure there is a video. So one of the ones either we watched today, or one that I haven't posted yet, will be up for Friday, so you won't miss me too much. And then I think I'm gonna do YouTube on Monday this week to make up for the day, just so I don't lose a day. So Monday this week, the 15th will also be YouTube. What?
I said thank your chat.
Thank you, Chad. Now you get pizza. Thanks for the stream. Was fun. Take care, y'all. Don't forget to love yourself. Don't forget to hydrate. Yeah, love yourself. Make sure you call someone that you love and care about. Appreciate you gamers hanging out with me. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. Bye, chat. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye.